thing now, monkeypox. This is crazy. They gotta change the fucking name of that shit. I don't care. I'm not dying to something that sounds like an iPhone game for fat secretaries. I'm not doing it. Change the fucking name. Me Too is probably the worst of all of them. I was the one that started it all. And that one, they should have taken at least another second to think about that. It's the shittiest name you could have picked. For what that movement was, Me Too. Like, imagine you're like describing the most unbearable trauma you've ever had in your life. Just the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You're like, and nobody believed me, and the police wouldn't even file a report. And then somebody just comes up and they're like, yeah, me too. Yeah, it sounds like it sucks. Yeah, same. Whatever happened to you, that sounds like it's dog shit, but been there, done that, sister. Bought the t-shirt. And I'm like an idiot too, so anytime I heard Me Too, I would always picture Jack from Will and Grace being like, ooh, me three, you know? Like, nice, what'd you get? The elder fashion? So it's just an old fashioned, but is that like because old is a slur now? I don't know. This fucking town is like, you can't say old. Oh, so Steve Harvey. We'll talk about Steve Harvey. We'll talk about America's favorite comedian, Steve Harvey. It's crazy that it took fucking 80 years of television to figure out the perfect television show. Which is the combination of Steve Harvey and the legal system. They tried every iteration of Judge Show, and none of them ever worked. They had Mathis, fucking... Well, how many were there? There's People Court, Mathis, Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown. Joe Brown and Mathis are kind of some... They had one for a while called Texas Justice. You ever see that one? It was crazy because it was small claims, but you get the death penalty. That show was fucking... That show was wild. Yeah, I don't want to just do a thing from the podcast, but man, the mental image of Steve Harvey being a judge at the Nuremberg trial. That one got me good. I was thinking about that for a while. They did what with the trains? 6 million. Child, in my Germany, they did this in my Germany, not in your mama's Germany. The whole time, just the Nazis listening for the translation. Neil, what's that? You gave up on your own idea? Fuck it. Ben Shapiro? Yeah. Oh, I guess I can do Ben Shapiro. What's he mad about now? He took that L for being like, as a gay man. Right? I don't even know what he's up to. What's he mad about now? That's what I mean. It's like they don't have anything to be mad about left. They blew it with the green M&M and the trans swimmer. That was it. What's that? Buzz Lightyear. Oh, they're mad about Buzz Lightyear? You know what's fucking funny, dude? The Buzz Lightyear, no, I don't know if anyone caught this. I only saw the trailer, but like it opens up, and so it starts and it's the past, and he's working with some black woman, right? And then it's the future, and he's working with a different black woman, and he's like, Adele? And she's like, no. The first thing we learn about Buzz Lightyear is that he can't tell black people apart. And that's right in the trailer about a movie about a space cop, essentially, is what he is. People keep fucking warning me about Portland. I haven't been here in 10 years, and I guess it was like, you know, it was already poor. I'm like, how much worse could it be? People are like, please, just be, you need to be careful. They're acting like I'm going to be the Emmett Till of the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to be in a candy shop, and I'll be like, thank you, ma'am. They're like, don't say ma'am. And I'm tied to a cotton gin in between those fucking bridges. I like Elon. That's my contrarian take. I think he's going to save the world. I thought he was whack for a long time. Until the last couple of weeks, because now he's going to be the hero we need, because he's going to do 2 birds, 1 stone. He's going to destroy the website Twitter and all of his unearned personal wealth in the same move. And be the hero we kind of need in retrospect. It's like that would be like if the third plane in 9/11 made it to Congress. It would be like that. That would be that move. Where first you'd be like, this is pretty bad. And then be like, well, maybe. Maybe it's pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. You're 12? Awesome. I know my demographic. Racist boys. Hey, thanks for coming. I didn't know, like, FOMO. I'd never had that feeling in my life. Initially, I thought somebody was just putting a little stink on the word homo. I was like, come on, guys. Come on. I didn't know what it was until I saw that fucking Capitol riot, and I was like, I should have been there. I should have fucking been there. Not because I share any politics with those guys, but intellectually, that is my fucking zone, 100%. 100%. Wildly overconfident, no reason to be. Expecting zero consequences for my, like, fucking egregious actions. Everybody that went there that day drove there drunk, guaranteed. They were leaving the house while some teary woman tried to paw their keys away from them. They're like, please don't go. He's like, I'll be fine, bitch. I'm gonna go kill Mike Pence. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. I've done this shit a million times. Don't worry about me. People are gonna look back on Alex Jones and it's gonna be like Mozart, Van Gogh, Alex Jones, right? Because he's a fucking artist. You don't turn that red unless you're doing something with your heart. That's like, that's passion. And then they fucking killed him. And during the pandemic, he got replaced by all of these, like, conspiracy theorists that are just like grifters, essentially. They're all like math weenies that want to talk about, like, COVID numbers. Every single one of them. They're like, subscribe to my Substack and we can take a look at the charts. And it's like, take a look at the charts. Suck my f***ing tell the Parkland shooting victims to their face that they're lying. That's a conspiracy theory. That's conspiracy. Yeah, they're like, the UK health agency forgot to carry a one. No. Barack Obama was having gay sex for cocaine money during the Benghazi attacks. That's like music to my ears. And I went to see that really like pandering, saccharine Sandra Bullock movie, The Blind Side. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. She won Best Actress. If you're not familiar with the movie, basic premise is there's a black guy who doesn't know how to do anything at all until Sandra Bullock shows him how. It's really an uplifting story. Why it's so insulting is because they establish right at the beginning of the film that he's not retarded. The character's not retarded. He's not stupid. I'm not trying to be funny. He's not stupid. They tell you about his test scores. They tell you he's not an idiot. But the entire film, they treat him like he's radio. And like he's just supposed to be this charity case, and he's not. And like I get it, it's Hollywood. It's supposed to be an emotional movie. Like you know the character is homeless. That's why Sandra Bullock brings him into their house. That's why he's living with them. She knows that he doesn't have a family. And there's this one scene that's in the previews where she takes him up to his bedroom and she's like, well, here's your bed, and here's your dresser, and if you need anything, right down the hall, just come holler at us, okay? Just come holler at us. And he says, thanks, I've never had one before. And she says, what, a room to yourself? He goes, no, a bed. And it's really sad, and she has to go cry. I'll give you that scene. I'll give you that tug at my heartstrings. But literally 10 minutes later, they're in the bookstore, and she picks up a copy of Where the Wild Things Are. And she's like, oh, this is such a good book. I used to read this to my kids all the time. Michael, did your mom ever? No? Like, you know damn well he doesn't have a mom. I'm just being a bitch at that point. I went to the bathroom. I half expected to come back in 10 minutes later. And she's like, Michael, is this your first time riding in a hot air balloon? Is this your first time? Have you ever been fitted for a monocle before, Michael? Did your mom ever have that done to you? Michael, how's the golden toilet? No, you don't need to get up to wipe. It'll just blow champagne into your asshole. It's great. This is how white people live on the west side of town. That's that whole movie. It's terrible.
I was at a friend's house recently, and they had like a Ouija board sitting out, right? And like I'm familiar with Ouija boards, like I know the concept behind them, but I had never seen one like up close. I had no idea that they're made by like Milton Bradley. And I'm like, who at that company in the board meeting was like, you know what kids need, I think? Dude, is there a game where you can talk to fucking ghosts yet? Is that because I think kids would like that. I think that's... You could call it, I don't know, or something with pedophiles. I don't know, I think that's on par. I was fighting around with that idea in my head, but like then I was thinking more about it, and it's not a way for us to talk to dead people, because that's not what Ouija boards are, right? Because like, you don't really get to pick the ghost. You play like 20 questions, you have to figure out who the ghost is. You're like, how did you die? You know, it's bullshit, someone's moving it. But the whole idea is you ask questions. So it's a way for dead people to talk to us, which means that there's ghosts lined up waiting for a chance to use a Ouija board, right? And can you imagine how shitty it would be if you were dead and your only form of communication with your loved ones in the outside world was through the hands of a fat teenage girl who thinks she's a vampire? Some chubby cutter John Edwards sprinkling donut powder around the entrance to her bedroom trying to channel a boyfriend. My name's David Smith. I live at 512 Maple Crest. Do you like My Chemical Romance? What are you talking about? You do not understand how important this is. You need to tell my wife, does Dennis have a crush on me? Who's Dennis? How would I know that? I'm a ghost, not a psychic, and you know the answer is no. Please? I just go to hell. This is so much worse than hell. I'd rather just be in hell right now.
I fired off too quick about the vaccines. You know, I thought people would be on board shitting on them, and I was wrong. I went online. I got in an argument with, actually, it might have been you. It might have been you I got in an argument with. If I put like the Twitter circle around your head, and then I imagined like the Ukraine flag next to it, it's like that. That was the lady. It's in danger right now, isn't it? Isn't it fucking? There was something. What happened with that? Some Supreme Court thing? I don't know. I'm just asking you because you got glasses. That's it. What's that?
It's not my problem.
It's not your problem? Because you don't fuck. I've never got to worry about that myself. No, I'm sorry. Why is it not your problem? What's that?
I don't fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get this guy some raw pussy tonight, folks. 2 was probably the worst of all of them. I was the one that started it all. And that one, they should have taken at least another second to think about that. That's the shittiest name you could have picked. For what that movement was, Me Too. Like, imagine you're like describing the most unbearable trauma you've ever had in your life. Just the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You're like, and nobody believed me. And the police wouldn't even file a report. And then somebody just comes up and they're like, yeah, me too. Yeah, it sounds like it sucks. Yeah, same. Whatever happened to you, that sounds like it's just dog shit, but been there, done that, sister. Bought the t-shirt. And I'm like an idiot too, so anytime I heard Me Too, I would always picture Jack from Will and Grace being like, ooh, me 3, you know? Like, nice, what'd you get? The elder fashion? So it's just an old fashioned, but is that like because old is a slur now? I don't know. This fucking town is like, you can't say old. Oh, so Steve Harvey. We'll talk about Steve Harvey. We'll talk about America's favorite comedian, Steve Harvey. It's crazy that it took fucking 80 years of television to figure out the perfect television show. Which is the combination of Steve Harvey and the legal system. They tried every iteration of Judge Show, and none of them ever worked. They had Mathis, fucking... Well, how many were there? There's People Court, Mathis, Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown. Joe Brown and Mathis are kind of similar. They had one for a while called Texas Justice. You ever see that one? It's crazy because it was small claims, but you get the death penalty. That show was fucking... That show was wild. Yeah, I don't want to just do a thing from the podcast, but man, the mental image of Steve Harvey being a judge at the Nuremberg trial. That one got me good. I was thinking about that for a while. They did what with the trains? 6 million. Child, in my Germany, they did this in my Germany, not in your mama's Germany. The whole time, just the Nazis listening for the translation. What's that? You gave up on your own idea? Fuck it. Ben Shapiro? Yeah. Oh, I guess I can do Ben Shapiro. What's he mad about now? He took that L for being like, as a gay man. Right? I don't even know what he's up to. What's he mad about now? That's what I mean. It's like they don't have anything to be mad about left. They blew it with the green M&M and the trans swimmer. That was it. What's that? Buzz Lightyear. Oh, they're mad about Buzz Lightyear? You know what's fucking funny, dude? The Buzz Lightyear, no, I don't know if anyone caught this. I only saw the trailer, but like it opens up, and so it starts and it's the past, and he's working with some black woman, right? And then it's the future, and he's working with a different black woman, and he's like, Adele? And she's like, no. The first thing we learn about Buzz Lightyear is that he can't tell black people apart. And that's right in the trailer about a movie about a space cop, essentially, is what he is. People keep fucking warning me about Portland. I haven't been here in 10 years, and I guess it was like, you know, it was already poor. I'm like, how much worse could it be? People are like, please, just be, you need to be careful. They're acting like I'm going to be the Emmett Till of the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to be in a candy shop, and I'll be like, thank you, ma'am. They're like, don't say ma'am. And I'm tied to a cotton gin in between those fucking bridges. I like Elon. That's my contrarian take. I think he's going to save the world. I thought he was whack for a long time. Until the last couple of weeks, because now he's going to be the hero we need, because he's going to do 2 birds, 1 stone. He's going to destroy the website Twitter and all of his unearned personal wealth in the same move. And be the hero we kind of need in retrospect. He's like, that would be like if the 3rd plane in 9/11 made it to Congress. It would be like that. That would be that move. Where at first you'd be like, this is pretty bad. And then be like, well, maybe. Maybe it's pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. You're 12? Awesome. I know my demographic. Racist boys. Hey, thanks for coming. I didn't know, like, FOMO. I'd never had that feeling in my life. Initially, I thought somebody was just putting a little stink on the word homo. I was like, come on, guys. Come on. I didn't know what it was until I saw that fucking Capitol riot, and I was like, I should have been there. I should have fucking been there. Not because I share any politics with those guys, but intellectually, that is my fucking zone, 100%. 100%. Wildly overconfident, no reason to be. Expecting 0 consequences for my, like, fucking egregious actions. Everybody that went there that day drove there drunk, guaranteed. They were leaving the house while some teary woman tried to paw their keys away from them. They're like, please don't go. He's like, I'll be fine, bitch. I'm gonna go kill Mike Pence. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. I've done this shit a million times. Don't worry about me.
Did you see this? Mark Maron shitting all over this Matt Rife guy?
He's coming for our boy.
I don't know. I feel bad for him.
Matt Rife?
At this point now.
But he's doing great.
I know. He's making a lot of money. But
my sister was telling me that TikTok is mad at him right now because his opening joke was misogynistic.
Well, I hope TikTok does not see my special.
Well, I've looked in my like follow metrics on Instagram. 89% male. But Zoe said that Matt Rife is it's the opposite. It's all girls. Mm-hmm. And he opened with a woman beating joke.
What's the joke?
I don't know.
You already told her twice? That classic?
It was kind of a you already told her twice.
Let me ask you something. If your wife's Indian and you're slapping her around, how do you know when you hit it too much?
Because You can't see the bruises, or what?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, all right.
Is that his joke?
That verbatim, that is what Matt Rife said. And I'm like, Matt Rife, you don't talk that way. Why are you doing this
I'm
old-timey
just
New
remembering
York?
when we were talking about the Chinese insurance company, Matt Rife.
Matt Rife.
yeah, I have a Matt Rife insurance.
Yeah, we have Snoopy. He's
Yeah. So that's why people are mad at him. I just saw some Daily
He has a lot of
Beast-
female fans because he's a real hottie, and I guess they're he's a little bit of a like our boy Matty, you know. And they have the same name too.
Yeah. And then then we'll get into this Matt Rife controversy.
We got to get deep in this because we got to
People are
break.
going to want our take. Michael, if we could make a note, please, and we will begin the social media clip entitled for the Shorts channel, The Adam Friedland Show. They get down to business on the Matt Rife scandal.
I like that name, Michael. It's verbatim that name.
From now on, all of the clips should be titled in such as a way. Adam and Nick, get down to the brass tacks. Yeah. And also, I've been trying out a new hand motion.
This?
I think, no, when I make a point, I'm going to start doing this. Like a quick. And that's the brass tacks.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it again. No, but say the line.
And that's the brass tacks on that.
You should say it after tax.
And that's the brass tacks.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. It's good. So we got this big Matt Rife controversy, and everyone's asking for our take on it. You know, it's kind of annoying that like every time
we have to see the joke. What is the joke that he says that's
it's something about you know, I don't know, something about domestic abuse. I don't know. Let's watch this joke.
Matt Rife domestic abuse joke.
All right. Nick hasn't heard it. My sister paraphrased it for me, but I won't trust her.
No, let me hear the paraphrasation first.
I don't remember what it was. It was like it's like you already told her twice kind of style. You know. I think
it's literally, yeah, it's literally that.
What is the joke? Play it. Let's hear it.
Their female server has a black eye. They wonder why the restaurant wouldn't have the server work solely in the kitchen so the customers wouldn't see her black eye. And then he says, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So her husband beat her for...
Just testing the water, seeing if y'all are going to be fun or not. I figure if we start the show with domestic violence, the rest of the show should be smooth sailing.
Oh, so he went edgy. Mm-hmm. Okay. That is a tactic that's been used plenty of times in stand-up comedy. You know? Mm-hmm. You know, he's a craftsman, this man.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that joke, Nick?
I don't really fucking care. I don't really care at all. I don't care what people like it or not.
All right, so that's the end of the clip?
The brass... That's the brass tacks on that one.
And that's the brass tack.
Yeah. I guess we can go back to the Matt Rife thing.
No, I don't... Listen.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Comedians are under fire these days. And, like, I don't know, I don't want to be part of the pylon. You know? Like, they hate us. The Democrats, they hate us. They do.
What Matt Rife's baffling Netflix special tells us about comedy.
Let's read that.
Matt Rife's one comedy rule, be funny. The problem is he isn't. See, this is like...
Who wrote that?
I don't know, but this is like, people want to hate this guy because he's making $60 million. Nobody's saying he's the best comedian. I mean, he's just popular.
Making $60 million?
Off that tour, yeah. It's probably 40
and he's
to
gorgeous.
60.
And he's gorgeous.
I mean, he's fine looking.
Stunning. He's stunning.
I don't know. You're saying that because this is just a fucking, just Fagoy version of you.
Thank you.
You guys have the same, like, phenotype. He's just, like, the non-Jew version.
Thank you. It's one of the nicest things you've ever said.
No, you're just complimenting yourself.
When I see Matt Rife, I don't see myself.
I didn't say he was handsome.
You think that I'm basically Matt Rife?
I said you're the same type of, like...
I don't know. Thanks, dude.
No, but I mean, it's like now that there's... Like, it's one thing when it's just comics being like, this guy sucks. Mm-hmm. You know? But now that there's, like, articles... Like
feel like
now that the Daily Beast and Vox is like, actually, he sucks.
I think that's kind of old school though.
Well, I mean,
I think that so much traumatic stuff has happened in society that they're not writing those articles anymore. That's
What?
kind of like a return to normal.
this is what I mean. It's like this is kind of like
That's like Lindy West.
In 10 years, people are going to be like, oh, why were we so hard on Matt Rife? And it's like, well, you like, you know, 'cause this it doesn't matter how much money you make.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like he's probably already made tens of millions of dollars touring.
Yeah.
So another 60 is not going to really make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. But now that they're writing articles about how
It's so handsome.
Matt Rice's one comedy rule: be funny. The problem is he isn't.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. It's in Vox.
Who's the writer?
Asia Romano.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Why?
That's a tough one.
Why is that a tough one? Do you know who that is?
No, but
They're named after a Steely Dan album. Can you imagine how much fucking blow her parents did?
ASA?
AJA.
AJA, I mean, yeah.
You don't even know how to fucking spell.
I can't spell, dude. You know that about me.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about my private life I ask you not to talk about.
Let's see. Is this a girl or?
Yeah. No,
Matt Rife has been trying to be famous for over a decade. That's such a shitty.
so mean.
It's just such a shitty way to put it.
So gossipy.
Oh, they've been trying to be. So even though the guy's making $30 million to $60 million, you're still going to find a way to call him a failure by saying
he used to not be famous.
He's been trying to be famous.
How else do you have to try? Mm-hmm. What's wrong with trying?
You know who I always liked, and I'm going to forget his name.
Yeah.
Remember the Ryan, O'Flaherty? Ryan, he's an LA comic. He was part of that Dead Kevin sketch group. Ryan, God damn it.
I don't know anybody's name.
Yeah, I forget people's. Do you know what's crazy? You know how fucking bad my brain's gotten? I couldn't remember Michael Caine's name for
Wow.
30 minutes, but I could remember his birth name, which is Maurice Micklewhite. And I had
That's
to Google.
crazy.
I had to Google what is Maurice Micklewhite's name.
But sometimes that happens to me with words. I'm like, is meet? Do you say I'm going to meet this? I meet? Or I met? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's that simple where it's full retardation.
Ryan O'Flanagan. He's an LA comic, but I mean, I would just see him at Mike's in LA. But he's like a very funny joke writer, and then it's all just clever.
Observations about things around you.
Yeah, observations and stuff. I'm not gonna do his bits.
Well, what about the comedian that sounds like this? You've seen him, leather jacket, had cancer. He's like, his cadence is like, have you been to
have cancer?
Yeah, it is like that.
Guess
have you
you
been? You've had cancer once, and hopefully not again. That's his cadence. That is what he sounds like. You know the guy? Eric something?
Oh, Eric, what's his name? Eric Cancer.
Yes.
Eric Cancerberg.
My name is Eric Cancer. There it is. That's what it sounds like.
Eric Cancerberg.
Yes.
No, I used to know him because he would when I first moved to New York, I was friends with him, and I would do a show at Cobra Club all the time.
Yeah.
But then he got cancer, and I saw him at a bar, and he looked like he was going to die.
Everybody got ready for him to die.
Yeah, we did
then he
that
just got hot.
big charity show, and then he went to the gym 4 times. He beat cancer somehow. Yeah, I remember that. He was like, I saw him and he looked like fucking Uncle Fester, dude. He's like fucking the chemo. He's like completely, and he's like just drinking in the basement of the Creek in the Cave, which I'm like, there's no way this place is making your cancer better.
Yeah. But it did. It cured him.
No, this
Rebecca
whole thing's
Trent
filled
cured
with diarrhea and radon. I don't know what you to get out of here.
Have you done the one in the?
And then he went to Blink and fucking did incline sit-ups on Instagram one time.
He went to Hot Topic and Blink back and forth.
Yeah, he's like, turns out I didn't have cancer at all. It was just.
It turns out I didn't have cancer at all.
It was just open mics that were doing it to me. Yeah, well, he's like a one-liner comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has good observations.
I guess it's hard to describe what O'Flanagan did, but every single joke I would watch him and I'd be like, I wish I could do comedy like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Trying to think of somebody like that. There are people who you're like, you see the world in a way that has zero filter of yourself. You know what I mean? Like they'll see something and be like, that doesn't make any sense here.
Right,
Which
and
is
it's
good.
things that make perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's like people that have like true comedian brain. I guess Kurt's like that.
Kurt is like that.
Yeah, one of my favorite Kurt stories is, and then people are gonna fact check me on this. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It was on Race Wars one time, and there was a conversation. I don't know how it got there, but it was about like lobsters and whether or not lobsters feel pain. And there's like a famous David Foster Wallace essay about going to Maine for the Lobster Fest, and this like. He belabors this like metaphysical question about what pain is and whether lobsters feel it, because they say, oh, they scream, but it's actually just air being released from the thing. And it's like, is it just like we understand what pain is and we know that if we were the lobster, this would cause pain, so it's not good to inflict anything that we would perceive as pain because it damages us, And then I'm not sure it's ever addressed in the essay by this like fucking snooty, intellect bro.
Mm-hmm.
But Kurt one time was just like, he's like, of course lobsters feel pain. All they do is pinch for a living. You're not going to tell me something that pinches for a living doesn't know what pain is.
For a living.
Yeah, right.
For a living. That's how they make their.
Yeah, that's its job is to pinch things.
Yeah.
It's just the thing. I mean, because it's like that's not the pinchers to crack open hermit crab shells or something.
Yeah.
That Kurt would see a lobster and think that the lobster is like, well, I'm just here to pinch.
Cause pain. Yeah, I just want to make people have microscopic amounts of pain.
Yeah, just pinch people on the beach.
Yeah,
Like,
I just want to lightly kick people in the shins.
like on a baby's sand bucket. That's like, that's what's in his mind is a cartoon lobster pinching things. But yeah, the fact that there was that like essay and then it doesn't really address that. But I guess that's just sort of like what I always liked about Kurt and the way his mind works.
His half hour he recorded the same night I did.
I'm sure it's like amazing.
It's so good. His whole thing about Ukrainian war solving COVID.
Yeah.
Where he's like, there's one part where he yells. He's like, you see somebody wearing a mask, and you're like, we're not doing that anymore. And he just lets loose. It's so good. He's really good. But when we were in the green room, he would be right here telling me like an insane conspiracy about Ukraine, about the government, about all these things. And somebody would come in and be like, hey, just making sure you guys need makeup. And he would like just ice them out, never stop looking at me. And then when I was done, he'd be like, anyway, what I was like, he'd be climbing up into my eardrum, being like, and I just feel like the Ukrainian war is only a way to, and he could not, there was no turning it off at any point. They'd be like, hey, you're going on in 3 minutes. And he'd be like, and Putin. It was good.
Yeah, he gets fired up. I mean, I haven't seen him, me and him used to be pretty good friends, but after he moved to LA, I never.
It's crazy that he lives in LA.
I talk to him like once a year. Yeah. Well, that seems to be the move is like people move to LA when their career in New York is done one way or the other. Either you've maxed out what you can do in New York or the bottom fell out.
Yeah.
And he had that, Amy threw him under the fucking bus on Charlie Rose.
What happened?
Well, it was like, what was that, 2014, 2015? It was when all this culture war stuff started infecting comedy, I guess. And Kurt would just get into arguments on Facebook. And then he started picking fights with, it was actually Sadie Doyle originally. Sadie Doyle went to a Sam Morrill show. And Sam Morrill was like,
Who's Sadie Doyle?
But she wrote for like Tiger Beat or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like an online, like like a feminist writer.
Yeah.
I guess, with like distinctly liberal politics, and I guess went to a Sam Morrill show and wrote something about Sam Morrill and like took his jokes out of context to like paint him in the worst light possible, and it's like relaying stuff as if they weren't jokes. You know? And like comics hadn't really dealt with that yet. Like this was like for one of the first instances of people going after comedians on the internet for things that they say and do.
Right.
So certainly for somebody like Kurt, who's like spent so much time in the world of comedy or whatever, it's like around that same time was the first time they had Lindy West on that W. Kamau Bell show, and they had her debate like Jim Norton And,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and then
This is when they started making comedians into journalist type people. They started making them into.
well, not really. It's like they got into this weird like thing where it was such a bizarre showing because Jim's like just sort of presenting the point that seems to make sense in a comedian's mind, and then Lindy's just hitting him with the same array of like complaints that. Anyways, the point is, Sadie Doyle wrote this thing about Sam Morrill, and then Kurt started telling people, he's like posting online that he is Sadie Doyle, that he made up the character Sadie Doyle or whatever, and that
That's
she's
awesome.
not real.
Yeah.
And then I guess that had some kind of backlash, and then Sadie was very angry about that. So she was on the warpath against Kurt.
That's crazy to be angry about it.
I have no idea. I mean, and
Did he
then-
make a fake account with a face?
I don't know how far he went. I mean, this is almost 10 years ago now, so it's like kind of like pressing my memory.
Yeah.
But that's where it started with him and them, and then he would get into it with Lindy online, and at one point, I think the final straw for him, because he was like, the same thing as Ari. It's like, just don't apologize. And then he's like, well, I didn't really do anything, It's like, I'm allowed to argue with people. And it never really like blew up into anything. It was just like arguments on Facebook. And then, the real thing was when the Aaron Glazer accusations that, was it UCB?
Yeah.
That whole thing, because the way that started with the Aaron Glazer thing was like, that was a Facebook post that was like, hey everyone, I heard that somebody at UCB told me that Aaron Glazer is a rapist.
Yeah.
And even I was like, what do you mean somebody, it like blew up this whole thing. It's like, there's not even an accusation here. This is a rumor about somebody.
Right.
I mean, like, this is like, there needs to be more information.
Wasn't it this girl? Wasn't the person like, hey, the victim doesn't want to say anything, so I'll say it, he's a rapist?
It was another level further than that.
Oh, really? It was like my buddy's buddy
said. The
said.
victim said something to somebody at UCB, and then there was a screenshot of a message from a person at UCB who was like also anonymous, and then that was like relayed to. I mean, there was like all of these levels to it.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't just like, there's no. Like, it's not clear what you're even canceling for. Just like this association with this idea that some kind of like sex crime was committed.
My friend went into a Apple store where he was working.
Yeah.
And was like, I walked in and he was working there. So I immediately walked out and I'll never go to Apple again. And I'm like, I think it's punishment. And I mean, he's working at an Apple store. He's not doing comedy.
Do you think that was a diversity hire for them? Because Apple's like, look, we kind of really tapped out with, like, I went to an Apple store one time and, because, they were like the first company that were like, we want our fucking store to look like a fucking, like an advertisement for, like
Alien
a
abduction.
regional bank.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, it's just fucking, we got a Chinese guy, we got a wheelchair.
Oh, the UN. Yeah, totally.
And I went into one time and there was like a white lady there, just a regular white lady, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
You're like, did I just fucking do the AT&T?
I do now. And then I look over and she's like,
Oh my God.
that's too good. But yeah, I mean, that's what you think, that they were like, look, we got everything. Like, how
I
about,
thought they figured out that if they hire a lot of Indian and Chinese people, they're just going to do a better job. I think that's what they did.
How about
There's one
how about
black
we-
guy in there, and he's
we
like
get-
stock man.
we get not only a white guy, but one that's been multiple rape accusations as a diversity.
Oh yeah,
hire.
maybe.
Yeah, but anyway, so that happened, and then Kurt would like really get into it. Like he was like mad that he would like get into it with people on Facebook. Like he's like, you can't just like fucking cancel somebody, making that same argument. It's like maybe a step further, saying, oh, like if there's an act, like either tell the police or shut up, which I don't really agree with, but
Yeah.
the like just like 4 levels of hearsay is where the thing started. And then that was it. That did it. That blew up. An article got written about him that finally got some traction, and then Amy Schumer had to go on Charlie Rose that week for whatever reason. There was people calling, because the headlines were Amy Schumer's writer for Inside Amy Schumer defends rapists. It was like stuff like that. And so Amy goes on Charlie Rose, and Charlie Rose is like, what's the deal with you endorsing rape culture on your show? And she's like, Kurt's my friend and I love him, but he needs to shut up. Like, she's like, yeah, basically just fucking, she's like, I also want to make it clear that Kurt is not a writer on the show.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was like, after too, he defended her because you know, the all the compound media guys, like the sort of, they would always go after her for stealing jokes, and Kurt would like very aggressively defend, you know, Amy for not being a joke thief. So that was kind of fucked up.
Is she a joke thief?
I don't think so. I don't think
I
people
don't know
actually.
if anybody is a joke thief.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not.
I've seen so many people be like, "That's my joke," and I'm.
Your next pair coming to the stage. Do you want to introduce them?
No.
Okay, your next pair coming to the stage. They're fucking great. They have a podcast together called Come Town. Very classy. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up as loud as you can for Stavros Halkias and Nick Mullen. Let them hear it.
Hey, yes, hello, everyone. We're actually the pedophiles that fucked Lewis's kid. That's us. That's us. Don't we look like? Hold on. Don't we look like the different style of like Nick's the classic down and dirty pedophile, but I'm like the church group one. You know what I mean? I'm the one.
I'm not on board with this.
Nah, you look like a pedophile. Who are you kidding?
I've made a lot of changes to my appearance to not look like a pedophile. I don't know what I can do to.
Well, you're doing horrible, dude. You look horrific.
You know, it's funny because like the only stage time I get here is for those roast battles. So I was like, oh, this will be fun. I'll finally be able to go on stage and not be called a pedophile at the stand. Well, nope, guess not.
Think again, my friend.
Yeah.
Great tracksuit, though. You look. Can I
Thank
put this
you.
here?
It's
Thank you.
there's
All right.
there's sweatpants, which I don't know if is worse or better than the track pants. They're cheaper, but it's not as you're not as much of an asshole.
No, you want track, dude. You want Sopranos.
But I'm not a Sopranos guy.
You're not a Sopranos guy?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not like a mob guy.
You could be a mob guy.
I don't think so. So what do you guys want to talk about? Because Lewis already did his crickets bit. I was going to do something.
Oh, we have like an hour on crickets. But, so that's out. Thanks a lot, Lewis, you fucking piece of shit. I don't know. Let's talk about New Year's resolutions. Anybody got a New Year's resi? Huh? Anybody here? No, you're all totally fine with how your lives are going? I'm looking around. I got to be honest with you. Some of you should have New Year's resolutions. You know what I mean? I don't know what. No one has anything they want to work on. Travel more. All right.
That's cool. But you see, if you can travel more, you're probably already rich. So I don't feel like you should be able to have resolutions if you're a rich person.
Yeah.
It should become more poor. Give my money to people that need it. We're rich now. We started making podcast. Well, not rich.
We don't want to brag. We make.
I'm finally making over $20,000 a year for the first time in my life.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Before taxes. Before
taxes. Right.
20 G's a year, baby.
Yeah.
We bought blenders
We
recently.
did.
We just bought
Well, not any blender. It's the Vitamix.
Yeah.
And we're not sponsored by them.
Hell yeah. That's right, you fucking peasants. We got Vitamixes. All right?
Does anyone have the Vitamix? Does anyone do... we started doing, like, green smoothies. Do you do green smoothies? That's why you got it. I think I'm... What's that?
Milkshakes.
Yeah. I should do that, because I think I'm dying from vegetable poisoning.
Yeah.
I feel like absolute shit. I don't know if are vegetables supposed to make you feel like this? Because I'm just going to go...
You said yes.
I didn't want to say anything. Because I didn't want to be mean, but yeah.
Well,
no,
you're doing it now. It's meaner.
well,
to
she
say I don't
said
wanna
it
be
first.
mean.
Okay. All right.
I think what he's saying is maybe a vegetable smoothie here and there. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's... All right, you pieces of shit. It's like fat people... It's like black people with the N-word. Fat people can call other fat people fat. That's how it works. And I'm just looking out for you. We're going to be sexy as shit. 2017, me and you with the Vitamix. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing 2017. Double the bread, double the head. That's my motto. I want to get hot as shit. Thank you so much. I love you. You're the traveler. I'm back on board with you.
Is that bread like money or like actual bread? You're just gonna eat more
ciabatta.
bread?
Just ciabatta rolls. I want to be able to afford artisanal ciabattas and just get my dick sucked all the time.
You can make your own in the Vitamix.
Really?
Yeah.
You
That's
make
when it
bread?
comes with a recipe book, and that's one of the things in there is every type of bread.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's great. It's a $500 blender if you guys aren't familiar with the Vitamix. which is like 9 times the cost of a regular blender.
Yeah, I know. It's not even that good, honestly.
Right.
Like
it's
we
like,
got fucked.
I would say it's like the Porsche of blenders, but Porsches don't even cost that many times more than a regular car.
Yeah.
So it's like the Fabergé egg of blenders.
Yeah. We really are just poor assholes that got a little, not even real money. The first things we bought were, you got a TV.
I got a TV.
And I got a PlayStation and a blender.
And
so that's
well, whatever. It's the holidays. You know,
That's
what am
right.
I going to do? Buy stuff for my family?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And
No,
also, we
Mom
all
got a $10 Amazon gift card.
I gave my mom a digital picture frame so she could look at me more. So why is that funny? You guys don't think I'm cute enough for my mom to look at me?
What's a digital picture frame?
It's just like a fucking iPad that only does one thing. You know
Can
what I
we-
mean? It's like it's
Is
a much
she-
shittier iPad.
Is she
It's
live
just like-
streaming this show into the picture frame?
Yeah, that's exactly what's.
That's cool. Did you guys know that they're live streaming this on Facebook? You could have watched from the comfort of Facebook. Imagine how weird it would be if somebody's just scrolling through Facebook and then they're looking at pictures of their family and then suddenly a video of Tim screaming about Aleppo just pops up, automatically playing.
Boy, I don't know, man. And also, by the way, we're very poor otherwise. Like I live on a futon right now. And so if your bed turns into things, your life's not going the way you want it to. You know what I mean? Like you're not doing so great.
I don't even have a bed. I sleep on a yoga mat.
Yeah.
Which is the truth. I built no, it's by design. I'm actually just a weird guy. I built my own bed and it's only 27 inches wide. So you can't put the only thing that fits on there is a yoga mat.
Why did you do that?
Because it's the perfect size. Why do you need more bed than that?
To be comfortable for every reason that people have
I'm
beds.
comfortable when I'm awake with my expensive blender and my giant TV. I'm not going to be asleep and comfortable. That's a waste of money.
I guess, dude. Maybe this is why we're poor. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't understand.
I don't know. What's the next purchase? If you suddenly, who's here is like terrible with money? Because that's who I want advice from.
Yeah, you're terrible. What did you just buy?
What's the most ignorant shit we could buy?
Ooh.
Which kind? There's so many scooters now.
The
the ones-
swag boards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You think
the ones they banned on the subway,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure is racist.
Absolutely.
That's the reason. They
That's
banned
real
those.
roundabout,
Yeah,
profiling. It's like,
Right. They were like, the cops saw them. They're like, hey, these are pretty cool. We should get some. And then black teenagers got them. They're like, make them illegal.
Yeah.
We're going to take all of these off the trains. And if you're seen with one on the train, we'll kill you.
All right,
And
that's not bad. What do you think we should get next?
Well, you said you got a PlayStation.
Hell yes, I did. Your boy, is that you? Your yeah.
It would be great if he didn't get the TV. He just had the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got fucking money now, motherfucker. I got a PlayStation. I don't know how it works, but I have it.
Hell yeah, yo. That's the Baltimore accent. Anybody here from Baltimore? I don't know why I asked that question. The odds are so low that anybody would be. I don't understand. Has anybody here ever had one roller skate? Just only owned one roller skate? I'm the world's worst crowd work comedian, everybody. How about carrots? Anybody eat the little tops of carrots? Anybody here? Like only the tops and not the orange part, just the shitty green part?
Is this like a dumb open mic bit? But like somebody, there's like top ramen.
Yeah.
But what's the worst? If that's the best one, because it's really shitty. Top ramen.
That's good.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No,
You
it's
like
not.
top-
There's good ramen. Like if you go to a ramen place, that's the best ramen, but they're not arrogant about it. But then the shittiest ramen is top ramen.
Yeah.
It's overstepping their bounds, I think. Top ramen.
I think top ramen's the ramen that you eat if you fuck other guys.
Yeah.
In the ass. That's what I think.
There's bottom ramen.
There's bottom ramen.
That's
It's
what they
much-
serve in jail.
It's much sweeter than top ramen.
I got,
It's
I got
just
some bottom ramen from commissary.
now we're just being homophobic.
I guess.
know.
Somebody accused me of homophobia because I tweeted when George Michael died. I was like, the first thing that popped into my head when I found out he died was that gasoline fight scene from Zoolander.
Oh yeah.
Which is because Wham is playing during that scene. It's like, wake me up before, and then I imagine that's how he died. And then someone's like, oh, why? Because he was gay? And it's like, no, but that's not a gay thing to douse each other in gasoline. That's your own stereotype in your head. I don't fucking just assume I was being homophobic there.
That's actually really tough. Actually, I think that's dousing yourself in gasoline.
Yeah,
Gay
the only
guys.
gay guys and monks. That's it.
Yeah,
Those are the only two people that do it.
All that
Buddhist
ass
monks.
fucking. They're the pain. I don't know what I'm saying here. I
Ooh.
apologize.
Yeah.
That's. I'm a fan of gay people. I'm really sorry for that, guys. I really blew it with that. I don't know what I meant with ass fucking and pain, and I don't know why that would be the thing that dousing. Anyway, Nick, you say something now.
Carrie Fisher is also dead. Let's
All right, yeah.
give it up for that.
All right.
and then her mom, who like died 24 hours later, which is like sad, but it's also like maybe you were smothering her. She just can't get like she can't just even die by herself. You also have to include yourself in that as well. It's like, Mom, just let me have this one thing.
Carrie
Like, I get it. You were a better actress than me, but let me just fucking die by myself. You don't have to one-up me constantly.
She's like hanging out with Bowie in heaven.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Mom, get out of here.
Yeah.
I just brought Rice Krispie treats, Carrie.
Yeah.
I thought you and David might like them. No! Get out! God! I don't know.
I guess. How did she die? Not the gasoline thing. That would be weirder if I thought of that for Carrie Fisher's death. I don't
Something sad, probably. Let's not talk about her. I think we.
That's the only news I read this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what Aleppo is. So
No, I have no idea. Something happened.
It sounds
with
like
Russia.
something I would make in my Vitamix. To be honest with you, sounds like I have to go home and look up an Aleppo recipe to impress everyone with my $500 blender.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. So, what? Do you have any New Year's resis, buddy? Are you trying to improve yourself?
No, I don't know. Stop like convincing myself I'm dying anytime anything happens. I don't know what. I became like a hypochondriac in the last year. I guess it's because I'm like finally don't have actual things to worry about.
Yeah.
So I have to make shit up. I used to live in like a. I used to live with like a Chinese family, like a Chinese family of 8 in like a tenement, and we all shared an apartment. And one time the building legitimately like caught on fire, and like the fire department had to like pull me out of my apartment. And then they put the fire out. They're like, "All right, just go back inside." That's how it works. And now I'm like convincing myself that I have cancer constantly.
Oh, you might. You do live in squalor. Your apartment smells like shit.
Well, you don't. Nobody gets shit cancer. So you get it
Michael
from, like-
Douglas. No, that was pussy cancer.
Oh yeah,
from
he
eating.
did.
That's not shit cancer.
No, it was mouth cancer from eating pussy, which is
Which-
not even true. Do you remember when that Michael Douglas thing happened? And he was like, actually, I got cancer from eating pussy. Is what they said. And then like the news just ran with that. And then like 6 months later, his doctor was like, that is not what I fucking said to him. I didn't say that. Getting me kicked out of the fucking medical community. Just going around telling people that this...
I actually I got cancer because my dick was too big.
Yeah.
It was I was too good at making girls come, and that causes cancer.
If he got any kind of type of cancer, it was from all the weird, like, bitey sex he had in 80s movies. What was that? Every Michael Douglas movie, anytime he fucks, he always has to, like, bare his teeth and almost bite whichever woman he's fucking.
Yeah.
That theory holds true, by the way. Fatal Attraction, Basic Instinct, watch any one of those movies. He's always about
gnawing.
to bite. Are you guys into biting? It seems weird, and I know like some people think it's like a BDSM thing, but it feels like a baby that's teething. I don't understand who's into biting.
Do you
during
get
sex.
bitten?
No, I don't do anything. I'm very vanilla.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like. What's that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He barely has room to maneuver on that
Yeah.
thing. This is how Nick fucks, just like so.
Yeah.
Hold still. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Not me, baby. I'm all over the
Look,
place.
it's
I
not a good
fuck
bed
crazy.
for fucking, but if you appreciate the craftsmanship, maybe you can come from enjoying woodworking like I do.
Just looking at
watch-
the joints, how tight
Yeah,
the
yeah,
joints
yeah.
are. You're
Look
like,
at all this
"Ah."
mitering here. This is fucking perfect. A lot of dovetails. Maybe, I don't know what a clitoris is, but I do know how to cut a nice dovetail. So.
I, on the other hand, do know what a clitoris is, gals. So I don't know what you're up to, but I basically only do stand up to try and fuck.
Fuck
so.
Stavros after the show because I'm worried about pussy eating cancer now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing my own clinical trial, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm really trying to build up as much evidence as possible. So if you don't fuck me, you're actually against science.
Yeah.
So
And you're pro-cancer, too.
Yeah,
So
so
you might as well get rid of the bumper stickers on your car.
but I think is that it for us?
Yeah, we're done, I think.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
guys
Listen
are
to
great.
Come Town on iTunes, huh? What do you say? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
One more time for Stavros with Nick Mullen. Come on, guys. Give him some love.
We're gonna start with dudes.
All they can do is maybe like melt some of the wax off the already carved stone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The sculpture has been revealed. Classical
Obviously.
ideal. 2020 male.
2020 male. It's the year of the dude.
It's been a process of just fucking erosion, of meticulous erosion to wear the male identity down to its perfect state, which it is now. Because that's, I mean, it's like there's been times recently where it's like I've been done dirty, and I think, could a dude have done this to me this year in the year of Dudes Rock? And guess what? Never. No chance. Never a dude.
Yeah, guys don't do that to each other. We don't stab each other
Not
in the
this
back.
year. It was happening for a while, but then we settled things out and we understand the chips fell and now the natural order is returning. That's how people are like,
unity.
Right. Well, people are like, oh, well, look how well nature's doing now that coronavirus has everything and everybody inside. Climate change is reversing. The animals are coming back. And it's like, yeah, the animals are coming back. Men. Those are one of the animals. That's part of nature, bitch.
I'm unleashing the animal inside.
Yeah. If you love nature, well, then guess who should also hate being able to vote? Because that's not part of it. Yeah. That's not part of it.
If you let nature have its course, women they have no rights.
Right, exactly.
2020, so we started off hard, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. It was like month by month. It was like Australia fires.
Yeah.
It was a world war.
Yeah. Nobody cares about the Australia fires right now were the best news of 2020. Like nobody, if Australia were to burn down the entire continent, it would still be better news.
Mm-hmm. I would personally light a baby kangaroo on fire to be able to go to the movies right now.
Because they don't no one there knows what a fire truck is called.
Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter was the least traumatic story of 2020 so far.
It's so funny. It's
like
so funny
Kobe's entire family being decapitated was like a relatively okay day.
It's a mild Tuesday.
How mad people were with Ari over the Kobe Bryant thing.
Ari's the only person who worked out.
Is he like in an undisclosed location?
He's at his parents' house.
He was getting death threats. And then he sent a call into headquarters, and he's like, "We're gonna need some kind of pandemic to make sure we stay inside."
There was an extraction operation.
I'm being threatened by. I need somebody to come up with a pandemic to keep everybody inside.
Yeah, Ari took so much heat for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then nobody gives a shit anymore at all. We're very removed from all of it. The Australia wildfires.
Did you see the shit today where they had those fucking gay ass Blue Angels fly over the city?
Yeah, it was the stupidest fucking thing.
To make us feel better. Like what are we literally 3 years old?
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at airplane. Oh, there come airplane. It's like the Blue Angels also appeal to the age bracket that's already excited by fire trucks and ambulances anyways.
Yeah. Blue Angels appeal to guys in Long Island who've never served in the military. Who have American flag profile pictures on Facebook, who drag their family out to Jones Beach to watch the Blue Angels and talk about and they jumble up all the wars. They don't even know what wars what.
Right.
And that's exactly who the Blue Angels is for.
Never mind.
What are the Blue Angels? This is
it's like if you're good enough at being a pilot, they let you just do plane dancing. You don't have to fucking you can be like the movie Top Gun is like just like brimming with like homoerotic like tension.
Yeah.
It's like imagine that you just like dropped like something in that water to cause like a super reaction. And that is the team of Blue Angels. which are the Navy pilots whose job is to just go like fly over stadiums and do tricks with each other, and then hit the showers.
For what?
Yeah.
And they're doing it to support COVID?
It's the elite.
The city. It's just jets. I mean, it's literally just 5 planes. You look up in the air and there's 5 planes flying together. But
they're the only people causing pollution right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's the elite gay unit of the Navy.
Yeah.
And none of their fans can be told that because it would ruin it. But it's the elite gay unit. It's guys that can't be trusted to bomb a village because they get gay about it and maybe not do it.
Right.
But they don't mind putting on a show, on top of the, fucking Nassau Coliseum.
Right. The further you get into the Navy, like the more elite the categories are, the gayer it gets. I mean, that's the guy that shot Bin Laden is like a woman now.
He's trans. All of SEAL Team 6 is trans.
Trans.
That's how they got into it. They were in Pakistan fucking ladyboys and killed Bin Laden by mistake. That's how it happened.
Yeah. Can you imagine them just like breaking into that compound, just in high heels, going up slumbering up the steps? Come on, girls, he's up here. I found him. He's in the back bedroom. Come on, ladies.
Yeah. Oh God, trans SEAL Team 6. Dude, genuinely one of the scariest things. Just 6 armed trannies kicking in a door at 2 a.m.
Imagine you're just some Muslim extremist and you already think America is the great Satan. And then they just send like just a checklist of every abomination your religion can name. Just like served up the entire menu, just barreling down the street, 6'3", F-cup tits, giant calves.
Remember that comedian Ant?
Yeah.
He was a gay guy. He used to do a joke. I don't know. It was back when gay comedy was, and that's still kind of what it is, where a gay guy would just be like, "What if they sent me to Al Qaeda?" And the audience would be like, "Yeah, that would be crazy."
Yeah.
What if?
Or that would be awesome.
Yeah. You know the Steve Harvey bit about going to Iraq, right?
No. What is it?
Dude, first of all, Steve Harvey, one of probably top 5 best comics of all time.
He's very funny. He's hilarious.
One of the funniest people. And what makes him so funny is he has like not really the worst takes. I mean, it's like, but some of them are fucking, I mean, it's just.
They're unique.
Yeah. So his thing about the Iraq war is he's like, send me over there. Shit. You send me there on a Tuesday, the war will be over on a Friday. Okay. Steve is shooting everybody. he's like the women, the children. I don't give a shit. Come on, like, it's like the women, the baby. I'm gonna shoot the baby. The baby come up. Lord Steve Dunn shot the baby. He's describing war crimes. I mean, it's fucking hilarious.
Do you ever watch him on Family Feud? He's so condescending. Like if you say something stupid, he looks at you like you're a fucking asshole.
Well, yeah, my favorite part about Family Feud is like half the questions are suggestive. So like, you know, I mean, like it's like a bit or whatever. But so, you know, I mean, Steve will be like, okay, we surveyed 100 people. Name something that you put in your mouth and suck on until it gets hard. And then like somebody will be like a penis, you know, and then he's like,
he looks at the camera.
Somebody pray for this child. Somebody pray for this damn fool that done lost their mind. Well, I don't really know what else the answer would be on that.
He's been doing that show for like a long time.
Yeah, he's been a host for a minute now.
Yeah, who was the host before him? No, Drew Carey was hosting The Price Is Right. Not Family Feud. Yeah, Family Feud. It kind of sucks. It's a pretty easy show to follow because I watch it with my kids sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
your
kind of
kid wants to watch Family Feud.
You don't think that's bad for him?
No, not at all. He did ask me. I showed him a Jim Gaffigan special, thinking that Jim Gaffigan's a clean comedian.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan's filthy. If
He's
you're showing
terrible.
it to a 7-year-old. Yeah.
Jim
Bottle of
Gaffigan's
water.
really, is he really filthy?
You ever try to put a bottle of water in a woman's pussy? Try and
Have
fit
you
a whole
ever?
bottle
I
of
was
water.
getting my ass eaten and
Yeah.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did he just
Getting-
kill a hooker?
I guess I'll get fucked in my ass. Guess I'll
Yeah,
get
no,
fucked in my ass at the bus station.
He just talks about like that first special. He mentioned prostitution. He mentioned sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Well,
like.
the level of G that you need to be. I mean, you can't show your son really any comedian.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be able to show him a couple. I thought I was going to show him Gaffigan. Then I showed him what's his name, Brian Regan. I showed him a little bit of Nate.
Okay.
Then I showed him Big J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
It's so funny if James like ends up loving stand up and then he finally sees like your stand up when he's like 15, and it's like that episode of The Simpsons where Marge finds out her dad's a stewardess and not an airline pilot.
Yeah, your son just hates you forever because he watches your set.
Well, that's also the
I'm
part of
finally
me.
gonna see my daddy's stand up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a part of me that as well, because like we shelter him so much, we don't let him watch like anything dirty, anything suggestive, and then one day he's just gonna go onto the internet and find what I do, and it's gonna break his heart.
He's just going to be sitting there one day when you walk in silently and you're gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" And he's just going to look up and you go, you do a bit about ghost rape. You do a bit about somebody getting fingered by a ghost. Are you
That's why
serious?
with my son, I'm going to be even more weird and hardcore in the household prior to his discovery of the internet.
Yeah.
So it's a step down.
Come down's a relief when he finds that.
When he finds that his father had a sense of humor at one point.
Yeah.
Before he became a humorless garage man that only speaks to his son in Mandarin Chinese, which
Yeah.
the son had no reinforcement of. Outside of maybe 4 or 5 sentences from his father a day, and the rest of his life is in English. So he's never learned Chinese.
He's like, I never understood why my father spoke Mandarin, but but I respected the man.
Just go back in the garage. He's coming in completely nude in sandals, getting a Capri Sun from the refrigerator,
smoking a Marlboro Light.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the solution is to that. So do I start exposing my son to more things like that now?
How old is he? He's 7?
He's 7, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember 7 really. I feel like that's early enough.
Really?
Once you get to like 8, 9, then it's like you can experience the world in its entirety, I think.
I started having memories at 5. I think that was because I started going to kindergarten.
I have memories. But I mean, like being in like 1st and 2nd grade, like I was still like, my mom gave me like Metamucil before school in 2nd grade, and I shit my pants the entire day. Like that was the kind of thing that was happening still in 2nd grade. You know what I mean? Like, can you like imagine just shitting your pants for an entire day as like a?
Why did she give you Metamucil?
I don't know. Maybe I'm blaming it on her, and I just thought it was like Tang or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
I just remember that Metamucil was the reason that I was now shitting myself again at fucking, what is that, 7? That's probably 7.
Yeah. That's a rough day.
Yeah, it was awful.
Did the kids notice, or you were just shitting in the bathroom?
You know what? Get this. I shit in my pants, but it was a solid turd, and I was able to go back into the cubby area and dump it on the floor out of my pants. And, and then whatever poor janitor, who I like to imagine Steve Harvey on the Family Feud, just being like, Lord, somebody pray for this damn child.
Pray for this fool.
Somebody done pray for this damn fool of a child. Done left a turd right in the cubby area.
Shit. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've never had to deal with that at school. There was a girl I remember in the 6th grade. She was already fucking fat and gross. I won't say her name because I feel so bad for this girl. Dude, it was the 6th grade, and
You also should just not say her name because it would be indecent to do so.
No. I feel bad. This girl's life. This ruined her life.
Yeah.
How do you know she's not doing great right now?
If she didn't kill herself, I'd be surprised. Because this girl was already like 260 pounds in the 6th grade. She's a big fat girl.
There's always one girl that's like 400 that's like very fat.
It was crazy. She's a big girl, okay? And, nice enough girl, but very nerdy.
How much that sucks to be the fattest girl in school. Yeah. Not just the girl with weight problems.
There was a girl there. You get so fat. There was one girl we grew up with where literally you get so fat, your head just keeps going like this all day.
Yeah.
Because it's like bouncing off your fat. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like a Funko Pop.
Yeah. That's literally this girl named Jennifer. She was 600 pounds and she would just be like, it was very, and they just like, they had to walk her from class to class and she had like this big thing of water and she would just sit in the class and her head would be like going like this. And I'm like, what is she getting out of this? Like there should be an alternative method to teach her. Like it's not like she's going to graduate and get like a regular job.
There was so this girl, she was in the classroom and then I don't remember who the kid was, but it was a fucking dickhead of a kid. He just raised his hand. I don't think he was even trying to be mean, but he just raised his hand and then he points at the girl and he goes, "Hey, something's leaking from her seat." And this girl, this big fat animal was just pissing her pants at her desk. And I think she was just too shy to ask to go to the bathroom. This is how bad this girl's life was. She had too much anxiety to even ask to go to the bathroom, which resulted in her pissing at her desk, which then resulted in a kid pointing it out to the entire classroom. It was, this girl started crying, sobbing. She ran. She didn't come to school again for a week.
Yeah.
That's rough. What kind of school were you attending?
This was a auto repair.
Yeah.
Were you in a regular class or were you in like a special class?
You think I was at a special class, Tim?
Well, no, I'm just asking because sometimes the fat girl would go in special.
Like an emotional problems class.
Yeah.
Like a fat retarded girl that pissed her pants. All right, that is a good clue.
A Burger King Kids Club sort of deal.
Lewis is like, and then this other guy in my class was 17 and he just got out of jail.
Yeah, there was a guy that was 26 and his name was Esteban.
Yeah. And we were all learning English. It was very, very hard for that fat girl.
Yeah.
No, I was in pretty good classes for the most part. I was always in because I always tested well. I was really bad in school and I was a bad student, but I always did well on whatever end of the year tests there were, the fucking SATs, all the final exams. I'd always do really well. So that's how I'd always pass my classes.
Louis, the genius.
I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Louis, yeah.
Well, because the test was like your way out. You were like, oh, this can get me out of here. I got to do well on this.
Well, the test was worth a third of your grade or whatever for the semester,
right?
The final exam it was always like that. So it was
Did you start college or were you just fuck college 100%?
No, I started college.
I started community college. I went for 2 years.
Yeah, I went to 1 year community college and I went to 6 months of Baruch college. And I fucking said, fuck this. But I was I would figure out exactly the bare minimum to do. So whatever, I'd have the math figured out. It'd be the fourth quarter. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm going to fail unless I get an 86 in science, a 91. And I would always get what I needed to get.
Did you try to get the guys at Baruch to leave with you? You're like, I found this business. We don't need colleges.
That's where him and Ralph met.
Yeah, we can sell comedy club tickets in Times Square. We're suckers trying to get fucking MBAs.
Yeah, Ralph and Louis were in the admissions office talking to academic advisors, and Louis was like, "I want to be a guy on the radio," and he overheard Ralph being like, "Do you have any pussy getting classes?"
Yeah,
he's like,
Louis met Ralph because Ralph was the least wealthy person at Epstein's Island who had to take public transportation there. And Louis just waited for him and blackmailed him into starting a podcast network.
Yeah.
Who has that bit where they're like, how good must child pussy be? Somebody's got a bit where they talk about
nine
that.
people have that bit.
So
yeah,
funny.
everyone who's ever every guy that looks like me at every open mic.
Yeah. Everyone from Louis to a guy who started comedy last week.
Yeah. Who has that bit about how your first time on stage is kind of like your first time having sex because it's
right
and everyone's laughing at you?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Who's got that one? Who's doing that bit?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happens to guys that started comedy a couple of years ago. This kills everything for them, right? This
Dude,
break.
I feel bad for those people. I was saying the other day, it's like,
yeah,
you know, like I'm not gonna fucking name names, but there's people who are established comedians who are now 47 years old. I had a conversation with a friend of ours, and you know, I mean, it's a shitty situation, but he was like, "What should I do?" This is somebody that's been a professional comedian for 25 years, and he goes, "What should I do? Should I like? Do you think I should like move to Florida and be a construction worker?" And it's like, what do you like? You can't. You're not a construction worker.
Right.
You're gonna just get that job. It's like fucking. That's like a construction worker being like, "What should I do? Should I move to New York and become a professional comedian?"
Yeah, everybody's a pretend life they're so completely unqualified for. Like every now and then, I'll be like, I should just sell high-end real estate, and I'm like, I would never sell. Like, I would be shot at gunpoint if I tried to sell high-end real estate. Like, what am I even saying?
Yeah,
what would you do?
You should buy a gun and consider fucking robbing people. I mean, that's really the only other option.
The only alternative is genuinely suicide.
It's killing yourself, and
like the Japanese do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's honorable to
You carry your grandparents to the top of a mountain and leave them there to die, and then you go to the bottom of the mountain and eviscerate yourself with a sword in front of a magical tree, and that's culture. You know,
that's what it is.
That's nature coming back.
If you're 22, it's good because now you can just literally go do something real with your life.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, and it's also comedy will not come back anytime relatively soon, but you'll still have time to come back here and be a fucking failure, you know?
Yeah, you can still throw your life away, but the hope is that during this period, like it's too late for all of us, but it's like, during this period that maybe some of those young kids go and find something.
And it's better because they at least get to, no one ever quits and thinks that like they weren't going to make it.
Well, this is a nice easy out. So the people that will quit, they'll go, "Oh, I was sort of like forced to." Granted, it's been 5 weeks. It's not even. I mean, it's a long time, and everyone's losing their minds. And I think things will come back sooner than later. Like the restaurants are opening back up in Texas at 25% capacity. So technically, a comedy club could open up at 25% capacity.
How are they going to make any fucking money?
Yeah.
How are they going to earn money? How is the Stand's going to make money at 25%? The Stand's never at
more than 25% capacity.
Yeah.
But I mean, how are these clubs, dude? I think the real issue is how are these clubs going to how are they going to make money?
Yeah, let's say the Stand reopens. They're fucking like, they've been like accruing credits, I guess, by selling these gift cards that are presumably going to be cashed in for less face value than they would get for the regular ticket sales, and they're already looking at a reduced audience.
Dude, what if the Stand reopens and they have 3 pizza ovens? Like they took all the they took all the government funding. Like, what if the Stand reopens and they have a solid gold bar? And they're like, we got a couple of dollars for the government. So we said, why not have a gold bar?
It's sad. It's sad, but the reality is the only way the comedy clubs come back is if they don't pay comics. And they're gonna try to do that because no matter what, that's what this fucking that's the whole system. And comics will fucking do it. And I mean, they shouldn't, but they will.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of comics won't. Good comics won't. Comics that sort of have self-respect, won't, or have a certain standard, won't do it. But the reality is there's so many guys that are so desperate to move in and jump into that spot that it doesn't matter. And to be honest with you, like there's a lot of really hungry fucking young bucks like, oh, dude, guest spots at the Stand? Let's go. And they'll fucking kill. It's not even like they're terrible comics. They're just not as experienced. So, yeah, I think you're probably right about that. I think most of the reputable clubs will figure out a way, or they're going to try to figure out a way to do it. But New York's a different thing. New York's not like the rest of the country is different. And when guys can go out to the rest of the country and, people will fucking figure out a way to get out and perform. And the second, you look at like Vegas, right? Like Vegas is shut down for the first time ever. As soon as they open their doors back up, I don't think anybody's going to be afraid to go back out and go and gamble.
Lewis, I love you. You're completely insane. Yeah. Vegas is genuinely dead. Like Lewis is genuinely
the worst
insane.
Example of all the cities in America. Like it's not like New York. It's like Las Vegas. Yeah. Which is the only city probably faring
Yeah, worse, dude. No one ever has to go to Las Vegas ever.
No,
And,
that's not the point I was making. I was making the point that as soon as they open things back up, people are flocking, and even in a place like Vegas, which it's probably, you know, people on top of people on top of people, I think people are still going to flock there. So,
what people are going to flock to Vegas? No one has any like.
I think the second, if they fucking open up a restaurant around the corner right now, I think that restaurant will be packed. I don't think anybody would give a fuck. I don't think anybody's.
There's been no rent freeze, and the stimulus checks have already gone out. And in 3 days, rent is due again in New York City, and the state does not give a shit about.
They don't care.
You see, there was a bunch of
May 1st is when New York quarantine starts for real.
Correct.
That's when like if you want to make any kind of like assumptions about how things are going to be, we haven't even begun to see even the beginning of the economic impact of this until May.
Yeah.
And then
that's all thing, Lewis. We're not like, listen, people are going to be afraid of the virus to an extent, but we're talking about nobody has the money anymore to just get on a plane to Vegas and not worry about the impact of like spending that money on something completely frivolous.
Sort of. I mean, I agree with you to a certain degree, but I don't think younger people feel this as much as people that own property, own businesses. It's like,
but if you go to Vegas, if you walk around Vegas, how many people in Vegas are under 35, 40? Like it maybe 15%, 20%. 20-year-old kids aren't really going to Vegas.
Yeah. Look, I think the second people have an opportunity to do shit, they're so starved for anything right now. They're gonna go and fucking. I think business in terms of live entertainment, nightlife, that's gonna thrive. I don't think people are gonna be afraid of the virus when things open back up.
Me personally, it's like I was like, I'm, not like fleeing New York, but I don't really see a point of being here anymore. And it's like I'm getting to the point where it's like, you know what? It's time to check out, move to fucking like Central PA, might move to Virginia.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking about Florida. Like you start thinking about Florida, you start thinking about anywhere. Why are you in a city? Why am I in LA? I mean, 50% of LA is unemployed right now.
Right, exactly. It's like there's you go out and do spots. I'm assuming the pay will be dog shit and the turnouts are gonna suck. And it's like, I'm not gonna fucking go do Brooklyn bar shows when it's like everything's been condensed to, it's just like it's going to be shit. I mean, there's like no way.
It'll be a guy like you'll just go do a door deal somewhere and kill it. I mean,
I could go on.
You'll be fine.
That also doesn't like, the point is that there's no reason to be living in New York really anymore.
Yeah, he can do a door deal. A lot of our friends are going to do DoorDash. So the reality is, it's you're either going to be doing a door deal or DoorDash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've considered it too. I mean, I'm definitely. The more I think about it, Cali sounds great. I've always wanted to do Cali, but I gotta fucking
you just gotta get rid of Big J. That guy's been leeching off you for too long.
He really has
you
been.
gotta throw him to the street, and you just gotta come to Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing these podcasts more on Zoom than I do in person.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
I'm kind of split. I actually prefer it when you're in the studio. It's like there's a pressure to keep like the tempo going.
Yeah, Zoom is, it's a nightmare that I hope ends soon.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I'll do every show, every podcast that I do. It's like how many times I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't been listening to a word anyone's been saying for like 45 seconds.
We're all just sitting in our homes, and there's something weird about that.
Well, that's the problem. When you're not going to work, you don't feel inspired. You don't feel like you're getting up and doing something. You feel like you're sitting around. I've been just sitting around getting fat. I've been playing video games. We are all becoming the fucking losers that we fucking complain about on the internet.
Reality is you don't have discipline with your diet. I've told you, I've tried to instruct you a million times as to how to have discipline and follow.
I'm getting in pretty good shape. Lewis is like, we're all becoming fat and shitty. We're all eating fat. I'm like, well, I don't know about that.
Nick, you're the only psychopath that's getting in better shape.
It's your lack of discipline. Lewis, if you had Magic Spoon cereal, which is promo code Tim Dillon.
Is that the zero carb shit?
Yeah, it's a zero carb keto cereal that's kept me in shape for 30 years.
The keto cereal, please. I need that keto cereal. It's gone? Okay. I bought one. What the fuck was the name of it? Dude, it was the nastiest shit I've ever had in my entire...
Actually the best shit I've ever had, but I put it in my ass.
Not yours. I didn't have yours.
Yeah. I stuff it in my ass and I come, and then you don't want to eat.
You put it.
Then you don't want to eat.
Grass, and you go magic spoon.
Dude, it's cereal school. Cereal school. I spent, dude. Brian, please pull up cereal school. Like their ads, they look so good. I was like, dude, finally, I get a cereal and I get a 0 carbs, zero sugar. I spent like $70 on 2 boxes of this shit.
The thing with Magic Spoon is it's good. You start chewing it, and then all of a sudden there's like a fatty paste in your mouth. You're like, because all of a sudden you realize it's not like, for the first couple of bites, you're like, oh, it's cereal. But then you start going, oh no, I'm eating like a liver.
Is it flavored with that weird? It's not even like whatever, some weird foreign fucking.
Yeah, of course you don't, because you're not fat. This is for fat people. This is for fat people who are never serious about being on a diet.
If you are craving cereal, you're a fat fuck. You're never gonna have abs.
There's no person out there that's serious about being on a diet that goes, but I here's the thing. I have to have chocolate cereal every morning. or all bets are off. I'm serious, but all bets are off if I can't have apple pie flavored cereal. I just need it.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the thing that I miss is like 85-15 ground beef. You know what I mean?
Why can't you have that? You can't have 15% of fat in the beef?
Yeah, because it like blows your fat macros for
Go fuck yourself, dude. I hate you.
Dude, you got to get 20%. I get meat with 70% fat and 30% meat.
Yeah. Hey, I've been there. Look,
here's the question. What are we all living for? That's the real,
Yeah.
That's the real question.
I'm trying to be efficient. I'm trying to eventually get closer to the source and becoming an elderly Japanese woman.
Who speaks Mandarin?
I'm trying to weigh 10 pounds and I consume like 17 calories a day, and I live.
The only clothing you need is a sandal.
You're right. I just wear one sandal and I live to the age of 238.
Will you do Cometown? You'll do Cometown on Zoom if you move?
Yeah, who knows? It's like if I can get a house and land, it's like, how long am I going to be doing?
A couple slaves.
Yeah, fuck that. It's like, if I get my plantation, I'm trying to buy Monticello.
Yeah.
If I
got a house and a couple of Africans, I don't need to do no podcast.
Yeah, if I get Monticello and I get my vineyard started, I figure first year maybe we'll be making maybe $2 million.
Yeah.
Maybe $6 million off the slave labor alone.
Yeah.
Which I would rent out, and then part of it I would keep for myself, use the profits to fund my vineyard.
The great thing is you sound like Kevin Spacey, and that's genuinely a conversation he's had, about sex slaves,
Well, he does the, what's the character's name? Frank Underwood. Well, yeah. I say I maybe have the afternoon spoil myself with a 4-year-old, I believe.
I'll take a couple of 13-year-olds camping, Claire.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that, Claire?
I've never seen the show. I've only seen that weird video.
I love Robin Wright Penn. When they asked her about all the shit, she became her character, which is like this, narcissistic, scheming lunatic. Like they asked her about Kevin Spacey, and she's like, I never really knew the man. I just, I don't know him. We don't, he's a stranger to me. It was like just a fascinating, like, oh, you are Claire Underwood now.
Yeah.
You saw that Biden gave back Louis' donation?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Biden, who, by the way, is
rapes women.
More of a rapist than Louis.
Also, will ever be.
The accusations against Biden, which are more credible than the accusations against Kavanaugh, which is not to say that Kavanaugh is innocent. But that the Tara Reid allegations have more face value credibility to them than the Blasey Ford accusations, are also worse accusations.
He's a senator.
He's a senator that fingered a woman at gunpoint. That last detail, I might be adding a little bit of editorial flourish. As a journalist.
He's a senator who fingered a woman while the towers were falling.
While the towers were burning, he said, "We're doing this to save Building 7."
Right.
He's like, I need to check your pussy for chemicals.
Yeah.
For 9/11 chemicals.
Do you think they forced him to drop out and then run a dream ticket of the Meatball King, Andrew Cuomo, and then Michelle Obama?
The dream ticket is Andrew Cuomo and the Blue Angels.
I just want to see Andrew Cuomo and Michelle Obama, because nothing means anything. Democracy doesn't mean anything.
Just pick
two people.
Yeah, we're not doing the New York primary. We're just gonna.
Yeah, none of it matters. Just run anyone that's not Biden. Run Andy Cohen and run anyone.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he why do you think he did that? You think it was just, I mean, just for optics, right? Because if he accepted it, it's going to be, he's a person who's been accused of sexual assault accepting a donation from somebody accused of sexual assault.
No, he did it to win those dumb woke points that they think still matter. It's why they lost the first election.
Right.
I mean, does anyone care? I mean, 50% of fucking LA is unemployed. 50% of, I mean, there's 20, 30 million people unemployed. No one gives a fuck. Take Louis' money.
Ironically, the thing with like fucking the Biden rape thing is like nobody cared. Nobody who's on the fence cares. It's like,
right.
I mean, it like should, all it does is point out of a hypocrisy in the minds of liberals. That's all.
Right.
It doesn't like, it's not like there was a fucking like, conservative Democrat in Pennsylvania that was like, my issue is rape accusations. I really just don't believe those people exist. So
you just see some guy in like Western Pennsylvania. He's out of work. He's just standing there. He's getting ready to vote. They're like, sir, what is your biggest issue? And he's like, rape accusations. He's like, I want to get to the bottom of what happened. Yeah. And that's how I'm making my decision.
Yeah.
Who accused Biden of rape? I don't even understand what happened.
Tara Reid accused Biden of rape in the early 90s. And like the New York Times just last.
Check who dated Carson Daly?
Yes. Yes.
So just last week, she fucking said that, or New York Times said that they like, oh, we found no credibility to her accusations or any pattern of behavior. I mean, the New York Times basically acquitted Joe Biden. They did their own investigation and decided they affirmatively announced that she's lying.
Louis, you never heard of you never heard about this?
I heard about it. I didn't really pay attention to it. I just believe all men.
She did the show Paradise. Remember Paradise?
Yeah.
Tara Reid did that show Paradise.
No.
Yeah.
This is when it supposedly happened with Biden.
Yeah. It was in between the Scary Movies. It was in between Scary Movie 2 and whichever movie.
He walked on set during Scary Movie 3. He started to rape Tara Reid.
He started fingering her at gunpoint.
Yeah, he was fingering her at gunpoint while she was filming the show Paradise.
Before her botched implants?
Yeah.
Because that's when she was hot.
It's so funny to imagine like what story is materializing in Lewis's brain right now is the truth.
It's like
how reality is being shaped in his plastic mind.
Lewis is much more likely to vote for Biden now that he's raped Tara Reid.
Yeah.
What do you think about the reality of a senator raping a reality star movie star?
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest with you. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think that probably anybody who's a president of the United States has probably done the minimum a crime as bad as rape.
As 3 rapes. You think everyone has been? Obama's done 3 rapes.
Obama? Yeah, probably. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
You don't think Obama's done some evil shit?
I think he's raped dudes.
Yeah, I mean, he was, even while he was president, continuing to work as a gay. That's been proven.
There was this guy, Larry Johnson. They used to smoke crack in a limo, and Obama would suck him off. This is the news. Larry Johnson would pull up outside the White House.
Larry Johnson would rent out Obama to rich Saudis who would have sex with him.
Rich Saudis would have piss parties, and Obama would come and he'd be a golden fountain for the Saudi royal family because Larry Johnson broke
what Obama did, it's like the whole. I love the hubris of people on the left to say that the right has no sense of humor. When if you can read a single Obama conspiracy theory without
hilarious,
just weeping.
Michelle Obama is a man that Barack met during college.
And a lot of Facebook groups with every picture of Michelle Obama with every fold in her dress circled to be the implication being that it's an outline of a penis.
That it's sometimes it's by her knees.
Yeah, it'll be up here. It'll be like she'll be like waving to people, and they're like, "Is this a penis?
Yeah,
is this her chest penis?"
Not only does she have a penis, she has a 13-inch cock.
That's a 45-inch penis that loops around their armpit, and you can tell by the lighting that she's erect, waiting to stop her boy husband.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what it is. The Obamas were gay escorts.
It's also like, what is it like? If that were true,
it would be great.
But then what would happen? I mean, like, what does the Constitution say? Oh, by the way, the president isn't allowed to have a secret husband that has a 45-inch penis.
Well, you know what it was, Nick? I think it was the escorting. Like, it wasn't only that Michelle was a man and that Barack was smoking crack and sucking dick. It was that there was money being exchanged after these behaviors. You know?
God, fuck. I mean, I used to just sit and read those Facebook groups and just cry. Just fucking cry laughing. I mean, those fucking, all of those, you want to talk about the Long Island stolen guys?
Oh, yeah.
They had their pinnacle in fucking 2012 after the re-election when they're like, well, maybe let's try being even angrier.
Right,
maybe that. I mean, which is like the inverse of it. It's literally just watching what fucking liberals are doing now. It's like during the Obama years, at least people I sort of like tangentially agree with were acting somewhat normal, you know. And then it was like nut job conservatives that were losing their fucking minds. And
the funniest thing during that era was like Long Island guys would go to parks and dress up like Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
And then say the N-word, and they called it the Tea Party. They were like, we're a Tea Party. And they would just dress up like a slave owner and go to a park and like hold a sign and get other racists to like honk horns as they pass them.
Right. And you know what I love about the Tea Party too? It's like they have this dumb movement that's fake and created by Fox News to begin with. And then they name it after probably the most cowardly thing that the original Patriots ever did. Which is like an act of tax protest that they tried to blame on indigenous people.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened, Nick? Your mic cut out.
Did it?
Hear me?
Yeah, his mic cut out.
Yeah, now it's on.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
the Obamas have a lot of power. Be very careful.
Oh, yeah. No, my computer is telling me my internet connection is unstable.
Yeah. Are you moving, Nick? What's going on with your apartment?
No, this is
a comedy. Nick lives in a comedy club.
Yeah, this is just how I live. It's just a bunch of tools and files all over the fucking room.
He's building a stage there.
Yeah, there's literally.
That's the thing. If you built a stage in your house and said to all the comedians, "Hey guys, we have a club in my house. Just come on."
Yeah,
these psychopaths we know would show up at your house and do their act on your stage.
Yeah,
why not do like a drive-in movie theater?
For what?
Like for comedy.
Because it's just an incredibly dumb idea. I mean, it's like, you mean people laugh in their cars?
About podcasting is like, it doesn't require, there's no like discernible podcast talent. It's just that you don't shut the fuck up. So the dumber you are, the the better you are at it, because it's like,
that's how I thrive.
75, like you can do 4 good podcast episodes and attract an audience. And then after that, the successful shows are the ones where then 95% of the audience only listens because they hate you. And they just don't, they just want to sit there and get mad at you mispronouncing words or fucking getting some detail about something wrong. So the dumber you are and the louder you are, the better you are at it. And that's why, Lewis, you're so successful. But now you've confused your one success as I'm good at business ideas, and you say things like, "Why don't we have drive-in stand-up comedy clubs?" It's like,
why don't we have a
regular comedy clubs, which didn't require drive-in access to, are already failing and gone. But now let's add a vehicle element and a whole bunch of equipment that's
Hear
necessary.
me out, dude. We could get Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, now there's going to be huge.
If I handed you $1 million tomorrow and said, make Caroline's, because it's a big room. I'm not even going to say like the stand, small room. Make a club like Caroline's. You can seat 350 people, which maybe could turn a little bit of a profit by making the seats spaced out. What would you do? Because I thought about this. What would you do? How would you do it? Because if everyone's in a mask, that sucks because you can't hear them laughing.
You can hear them laughing if they're wearing a mask.
Can you?
Yeah. Why not? You can hear people talking. You can hear people laughing. That's not an issue. It's weird. I think people, the same way you get used to noise in the back of the room, like if you have like a loud bar or you do a bar show and there's like a TV on, you just sort of tune it out after a while.
The same way you get used to being molested is the way you'll be used to.
The audience. Yeah. Eventually, comedians will just be in a permanent fugue where they think they're doing well, and really they're all
right. We have enough people that think they're killing when people can give them feedback.
Right.
Well, that's the problem with a drive-in would probably be the fact that you can't hear the laughter.
The whole point of drive-in movie theaters
That's a big problem, Louis.
The whole point of drive-in movie theaters is it was a place to get pussy back when it was illegal to do that until you were 37 years old.
Right. It's just people trying to get a hand job.
Right. That's it. And now that like teenagers are allowed to suck each other off and get their dicks cut off on reality shows on TLC, there's no reason to go do it in the privacy of a drive-in movie theater.
And also, Derek Gaines is going to call you out and be like, "Look at this motherfucker getting jerked off," and then it's going to ruin it.
Mm-hmm. His penis kind of reminds me of like a spaceship. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about how a spaceship, because sometimes a spaceship will be like, it'll be like, but then other times, it's like talking backwards to you, like when you play backwards, and it's like Satan giving you messages in your head, and you're like, Derek, are you?
Derek Gaines is okay. Me and Nick watched him do that. His bit about biscuits is maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, he's funny and he crushes.
He's amazing. He's amazing. Yeah.
And he's a good guy. He's a great
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you stop and analyze the logic of any one of his bits, it's like, this is schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
He's like, you ever notice how when you go on a date with a girl, it's kind of like eating pancakes? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
My favorite thing he said was like, he was saying something about, he had an Uber driver named Ebony.
Yeah.
Or no, Ebenezer. An Uber driver named Ebenezer was really black. And he's like, that motherfucker wasn't even Ebony. He was Ebenezer. It was like, I was like, this is an interesting way to get there. It's an interesting.
Like his notes was he saw the word Ebenezer once. And he's like, yo, I got to use that.
Where are you going to move, Lewis? Are you done with New York? What makes a decision? What's your breaking point?
It really would be Beatrice. If she was interested in moving out of New York City, I would definitely consider it.
Well, she's not going to have her job, right? Or no? I don't know.
She works in a bar, but she's got money invested. She's doing fine. She'll figure it out. But yeah, dude, it's a hard thing. Like, I don't want to fucking raise my kid in the city. It sucks, dude. Just even when it's normal, it sucks raising a kid here. Like my kid, I can't let my kid go out for like a minute. If I let my kid go outside for 1 minute, he's dead.
Well, he's 4. You shouldn't let him go out anywhere. Like
when I was 7, I could go out my front door in the suburbs.
Yeah, but you can't let a 5-year-old in the suburbs just roam around. You still have to parent.
If you live in the suburbs, you can let your 7-year-old go out the front door to your next door neighbor's place.
No, that stopped in the 80s because all those kids ended up on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, a lot. You really shouldn't just let your kid run around.
Right. The mental
illness, like, if I lived in the suburbs, James would have a job. He'd be working.
The mental illness that me and Tim have was literally caused by people letting their kids walk around and do whatever they want in the 1980s.
Yeah.
If that didn't happen, there wouldn't be like a fucking pedophile buffet among the
I walked around trying to get raped. Nobody raped me, and that's why I'm the way I am.
Yeah. One guy did try to rape me once. He was like an old guy who like told us to come swimming in his pool. And then I told my mom we were going to go swimming in this old guy's pool, and she beat the shit out of me.
She was just mad that you knew someone with a pool.
Yeah, she's furious. Yeah. Yeah, but that's why when I grew up, we would go out in the morning and come home when the street lights came on. So even if you were kidnapped at like 10 a.m. when you were like, your mom wasn't even going to know it until 6 or 7 o'clock.
Right.
And that's it. Like, I remember being maybe 4 or 5 and just being out, like being completely out, like just going off in the woods and like building a tree house. Like nobody would check on me or anything. You can't do that now.
Not really.
No.
I don't think a 4-year-old can just be out in the woods, as per what you just said. Can a 4-year-old just go in the woods and like figure out a way to build a treehouse and live off the land?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I want property, and then just knock up some dumb bitch, and then just have a kid I speak Chinese to, and teach him how to make rope and shit. And
You're the dude.
Just give him a bunch of property. That'd be sick.
Let him beat the shit out of your chick.
Yeah, sure. Let the kid beat up. Whatever. Just fucking give him an ATV. That'd be sick, dude. I would love to just give a child like a ATV to ride around.
Give him a BB gun for his 2nd birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a real gun. Why fuck around BBs?
Did you have a BB gun growing up?
Me?
No, I think a friend of mine did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would get.
No way would my mom let me have a BB gun.
Yeah, my mom didn't give a shit. We had 10 pump BB guns where you'd like pump it 10 times and then shoot it.
Yeah.
We would have wars where we would pump it 2 times and just have BB gun wars. But by 5 shots into it, you're just pumping it like 8 times, putting holes in each other.
It was just like, that game you would play where your mom would go to a pharmacy and you and her would have BB guns and you'd point them at the pharmacist and then she'd go in the back. Money. Yeah, it was a fun game, man. You can't do that anymore.
Dude, I actually one time we went to ShopRite, which is a shop like a supermarket, and we were playing a BB gun war behind the supermarket, and we decided we wanted to go buy sodas. So it's just 3 fucking Puerto Rican kids. We take our rifles, we put them down our legs in our pants, and we go into the supermarket. And there's just like security watching us do this. They thought they were being robbed, dude. They start following us around the supermarket. The cops show up, and I just started running. And I'm like a fat kid. Anyway, so I had the rifle in my leg, and I pulled the rifle out of my leg. I mean, I was almost shot to death. There was like 8 cops there. It was so close to me just being fucking dead. It was so. I deserved to be dead, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Having nothing to
the
do with
best
that.
ones make it through. That's what we know about life. The best ones make it.
Yeah.
That's what they should put on the outside of all the coronavirus yards. They should go, hey, listen, the best ones make it.
Yeah.
What was the closest to death you've ever been, Tim?
Yesterday. No. Yes. Yesterday I almost killed myself.
I've never felt close to death.
I fell off a bike. I was coming down a hill and I jammed on the brakes and I flew off a bike and I fucked up my arms. I got like pebbles in my arms. I had a helmet on, but if I didn't have a helmet on, I would have died. But that's one of the only times I legit was blacked out and then was in shock and didn't quite know what happened. I guess that would be the closest you'd feel to like death, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've been knocked out.
Yeah.
But I've never, I put my head through a windshield one time, but it's like, I've never been in a point where I fear like, oh, my life's going to end, like a near death experience.
Why? How'd you put your head through a windshield? The car accident?
I didn't have a seatbelt on. Yeah. It was like a head on collision. I fucking came up.
I was like, what? You start headbutting windshields?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that the closest you were to death, Lewis? That's hard to believe.
I think the closest to death ever. I almost drowned once. There's a place called the Deep Hole where I grew up, Rockland County, and it was like essentially just like these cliffs that you would jump off. And it had been raining for days before, and it was crazy, like rapids, like rushing in. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll still jump in. And when I jumped in, the waterfall just pushed me down. I mean, I don't even know how far. It just felt like it just kept pushing. And kept pushing, and you're just like trying to swim to the top, and you're seeing the top, and it's just not coming to the point where I was like, I felt like I was about to take my last, try to take a breath, and then I reached the top, and it was that was scary as shit, dude.
Yeah,
that was really scary. But yeah, beyond that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, probably a bunch, dude. We were crazy. I would never let my kid do this shit. We would go and grab on our rollerblades. We'd grab on the back of a bus and just go like 50 miles an hour down the highway on the back of a bus.
Yeah, but your kid's doing other kinds of dangerous shit, like he's on his iPad being tracked by the government.
Yeah, like James has a lot of alt accounts, and he's fucking trading cryptocurrencies, and he's doing all kinds of dangerous things.
James is engaging in the danger of being an American citizen on the precipice of total authoritarian fashion.
Yeah.
That's
what James is doing.
Yeah, the back of the bus is America going off a cliff, and the rollerblades are the public's complicity in Google's panopticon takeover of social life as we know it.
Tim dropped his camera.
Yeah. It'd be funny if the camera moved and there's just like a child, bullets, just chained.
Yeah. What if the camera moved and I was just sitting in like a sea of pasta in like a pot?
Yeah.
And I was like holding on to a ravioli.
Yeah. God damn, I miss ravioli. That's something I cannot wait to have. I got 24
Why
more
can't you have it? Here's the deal. This is what I've learned about dieting, and I've learned about it from a lot of overweight Long Island women.
Yeah.
You can eat anything you want. You just have to be accountable.
Yeah.
So if you have a chocolate cake later in the day, you just have to have a glass of water.
Yeah.
You just got to be accountable. Just be deliberate.
Once I'm done with this shit and I'm like, emaciated and fucking, I
look like the machinist.
Yeah, no, I mean, I probably will. I probably literally will look like the machinist at the end of this fucking.
Is Stav losing? Is he on the thing with you?
No, he's not doing it. But you know what? Because I remember as a kid, you would read accounts of like I remember reading about like the siege of Stalingrad and the liberation of like the Nazi death camps, and I remember hearing about like the Allied soldiers. The Allied soldiers, how thin they were, but the Allied soldiers, as part of their like kit, they would have a bar of chocolate, and they would give chocolate to the like besieged, like either in Stalingrad or maybe it was like the death camps. But I just remember a story of like somebody who had been starved to death getting a piece of chocolate during the Holocaust, and I remember thinking as a child, "Wow, I wish I was in the Holocaust because that's probably the best tasting piece of chocolate in the world." And it created in my mind this appreciation for like the single square of a Hershey's bar and how good that must taste
and how valuable that would be
after being like kept in imprisoned.
Well, that's the new diet. That's a new diet that's coming out. It's called the Holocaust diet.
It's called the Siege of Stalingrad.
Yeah. And what it'll be is it's just a labor camp for a year. You simulate the conditions of a labor camp. Yeah. And then when you're on the edge of death, you get just one square of chocolate. And you keep going.
The South Beach diet. It's the South Beach of Pyongyang.
Of Pyongyang.
There was a book when I was a kid called Slake's Limbo. And it was about a kid who was like, had an abusive household and he like ran away from home, and he lived in the subways and would like find newspapers on the platform and resell them to people, like people that used their subway and left or used their newspaper and left it on the platform. And this became like my fantasy from the time I was like 9 to the time I was like 13 to like run away from home and live as like a sewer rat.
Mm-hmm.
You can still do it.
I want to do it.
You can still do it. You can still leave. New York is in deep trouble, and a lot of people there are probably gonna just start thinking about going elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think they already have. I think anybody who has money, I mean, Dave Smith's moving out of the city. He's moving to Jersey.
Yeah, smart.
He's fucking been a city kid through and through, but he's moving to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, fucking 2-car garage right on the water. It's like, what are we even doing? Especially
what about Jay and Christine? Are they gonna stay?
I think so for a little while. I can see Jay going to LA eventually.
Yeah. Wow, this is changing everything.
It really is. It's making everyone sort of
take a look at what's going on.
Well, it's seeing, what is your lifestyle? If something like this does happen again, I want to have a fucking, I'm becoming such a fat, I want to have a gym in my garage. I want to have a backyard. I want to have a pool.
Yeah,
this sucks, dude.
Yeah, that's my shit, dude. I want a fucking like workshop, place to work. I want space. I don't. I mean, fucking life sucks, dick. I just want my fucking dumb projects.
And that's why when I go to Whitney Cummings' house, I realize I'm like, I want a pool and a horse farm and a mansion.
I would like 3 assistants.
I want a
Lamborghini
assistant. I want to deal with Revlon.
To have these conversations when it's like those people who finally did have their house in those places that are now being foreclosed on because they lost their job and we've spent the last like decade in New York, enjoying New York for what it is, and we're like, I guess I'll buy these people's house below market rate.
Well,
You know, okay.
We're so entitled.
Yeah, right. I guess I'll just go ahead and steal their home.
Well,
The
dude,
people
I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5 right now,
Yeah.
and I just started playing a few days. Do you play online, Nick?
No, I mean I played half the campaign. I've been working through Grand Theft Auto 5 for what is it, like almost a decade now?
I don't even know. It must be an old game. I just started playing it though, and this is how fucking what garbage I am. I just bought my first house in the game, and it almost made me emotional. It was such an amazing moment. Like I was like, I stepped in, I sat down on my couch, and it was like a real fucking moment. And that's all I want. I want to own a house so badly. The idea of even owning a house as a child was such a far off thought.
Yeah.
It was never going to happen.
Well, it's also not really even worth it.
You don't think so?
No, really.
Thanks, Tim.
They're fucking expensive, and then it's like, you know, I mean, it's a 30-year loan. You know, it's like with your career, it's like, how long is this gonna fucking last? It's like, what if this dries?
With my career?
Well, any of ours. I mean, especially like as a fucking comedian. You know, I mean, no one could predict Corona or whatever, but it's like you can't just assume that you're gonna be making the money you are now forever.
You know what else I couldn't have predicted?
It's not like being a fucking salesman, you know, or some other career where you work for a company and it's like stable income. You're self-employed.
You know what else I couldn't have predicted, Nick?
What?
Driving comedy clubs.
Driving comedy clubs, yeah.
Nobody.
But you did predict them, and it won't happen.
I invented.
I just love the idea of like Lewis sitting down and being like, "It's a drive-in comedy club," and some Italian guy be like, "Yeah, like it's the 50s."
Yeah.
So then there's like comedy there.
Hey, you know what I was thinking would be a good idea? Maybe we get little brick ovens and we put them in the car.
Every car gets their own pizza oven.
But there's a hose that goes to the exhaust, and the exhaust cooks the pizza in the car.
And people get to watch the dough rise when they watch the comedian.
But it's good for the environment because the car's exhaust is being reused to make the pizza pie right there in the vehicle.
And then you watch the comedians.
Before you watch the comedians, you take a little nap.
I think the Italians should open every type of business.
You take a little nap. You got the fucking exhaust keeping you warm.
And if you wanted to live there, you could pay to live there. If you want to just live there in your car, you pay a little extra. You live there.
You charge them rent to live there. Now it's an apartment complex too, so you get the tax write-off.
I've always been good at business. I'm good at it. It's something. It's the way my mind works.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of doing this move. It's a lot of just fucking. Come on. Hey, what?
You see fucking Chris Italia as a kid delivering newspapers. He's like, what if we give a free slice of pizza with every newspaper?
What if we put a big Chilean sea bass for free in every newspaper? That way people go to read the news and they're like, whoa, what is this? There's fish also
What is this
free?
Beautiful fillet of fish.
And up front, we're going to lose about $47 per newspaper.
Here's the clubs that'll survive. Up front, we're gonna lose.
Up front, we're losing.
But we got to invest. You got to make an investment in yourself.
You got to spend money to make money.
Eventually, the fish ain't free anymore. And then
The clubs that are going to survive are like Al Martin's, the Broadway Comedy Club. Those things will survive because those things know what it really is.
Right.
They're going to sell tickets to idiots in Times Square.
They're like they're surviving the way cockroaches survived the nuclear holocaust.
Correct. They know what it is.
The cretins of the economy.
Well, they've already been so removed from the emotion, right? And they're right. They're not. They're 100% right. We're idiots to go like, oh my god, it's the art of comedy. We're fucking losers. They understand it's a box. You put people
Is that
in
how
a
you've been
box,
approaching
they
this? The art of comedy.
The art of comedy. Yeah. They put people in a box, and those
Not
people
even
fucking
doing
spend money.
comedy. The art of comedy is how to run a comedy club in the face of an economic holocaust. That's where the art of it comes in.
But you're right. Those are the people who will survive because they don't give a fuck about paying comedians. They'll pay people the absolute lowest they can pay them. They'll charge tourists as much money as possible. They'll jack up the prices of drinks, $4 per drink, because when you're ripping off tourists in Times Square, you're not telling them that it's $14, $15 a drink. You're just saying, hey, it's a 2-drink minimum, if that. So yeah, it's not good. You're right. The places that do it the right way, which want to, spread the wealth, give comedians the right pay.
That's hard. That's hard.
It's going to be really difficult to do it. So, it's weird. It's going to be, it's kind of killing the comedy middle class, because they talk about it killing the middle class, right? The comedy middle class, all the guys who don't necessarily have a following, but they're killers. They can go on stage. They're pros. They demand a certain rate. Those guys are gone. It's either going to be the young bucks who will do it for free, or the guys who can really draw and put butts in seats. Those are going to be the people who are going to be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
And even they won't be fine, but they'll have a better chance.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this one up. This has been a lot of fun. You guys are the best. Now on iTunes, go search Bastard Radio. Tim I put the logo up, which was done by my friend Lewis Tuck. Spent a lot of hard work on it, a lot of time. I posted it on Instagram, and Nick just laughed in my face.
No, it's cool. I think it's cool. I also like that's Simon
Lewis used to be he was like the principal of a school, and now he was fired. Now he's doing podcast logos. So good for him.
Don't worry.
He's the CEO of fucking hotel chain.
Of a hotel chain. Now he's doing Bastard Radio podcast logos
for $20.
When he moved his house in a short sale to Dave Smith for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Lev Fur just bought this guy's house.
Yeah. He'll be able to maybe sleep in the garage for a little bit before, if in case there's any graphic design work necessary.
All right, gents. Thanks for hanging. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
What's your worst Christmas memory, Nick? Saddest Christmas memory of your life?
I don't know. I mean, Christmas is always like.
So it's been good for you. Did you have a good childhood?
Yes and no. I mean, no, but it's like I don't remember having like bad Christmas. My birthday is like right before it.
What's your birthday?
And I've had the 13th.
Oh, happy birthday! I didn't know it was your birthday.
Yeah,
dude.
it's all right. But I've had bad birthdays.
Why? What's your worst birthday memory?
And it's always, especially the older I get, it's like, birthdays turn into this thing where it's like, you're gonna die, like everybody laughing at you. So it's like, you just
got a little insight into Nick's crazy mind.
No, I mean it's just more
birthday is that?
You're gonna die.
That's all I hear. I wake up and it's
family
like fucking. I hear that anyways. But yeah, no, I don't enjoy my birthday at all.
That's crazy.
The years go faster and faster, and I do less and less. What have I done in the last year? Is I grew a beard. That's it. That's my only accomplishment for the entire fucking year. And it just gets faster and faster. And it's terrifying. And that kind of overshadows anything that happens for the rest of the year. And then New Year's I like because, like resolutions or whatever.
Yeah, you sort of mentally reset.
Yeah, kind of. But birthdays have been like in my adulthood, like particularly because I forced myself to go out and like go to batting cages last year because I turned 30 and it was like, all right, I'm gonna have friends out and go out. But prior to that, most of the years it's like I don't want to do anything because I don't want to acknowledge. It hits like the month and you're like, fuck, it's coming up.
Right.
Maybe this is unique to me.
No, I mean, I'm a little bit paranoid about death as well, but I just sort of put it out of my mind. I don't celebrate my birthday because I don't give a fuck. If I want to drink or celebrate, I'll just celebrate life on a Tuesday night. I don't need to fucking wait for the St. Patty's Day parade to go get hammered and go bar hopping.
Well, I don't drink anymore, but it is like, because it's one day of the year and then I'm aware of how quickly the day is moving and then just my life in general and it kind of fucks me up. But the worst one was I went to Red Robin by myself when I turned 23 in the Glendale Galleria in Los Angeles. And like nobody called me that day. Nobody wrote. It was just me by myself.
Was the burger good?
Yeah, as always.
Right. Hey.
Yeah.
The bonsai burger at Red Robin.
Think about how many children are molested on their birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think kids that are being molested, like their molester ever stops on their birthday and goes, you know what? I'm gonna let them have this day.
I don't know.
Probably not, right?
Yeah, I don't know. My worst Christmas memory was when my father and mother told me they were getting divorced on Christmas.
No, they didn't.
Swear to God.
No, they didn't.
No, they were like, yeah, we're getting
That's
divorced.
out of a movie. They didn't do that.
No, legit. We came back we kind of knew it was happening. We came back. I was an actor. I was like a little kid actor, and I was like around the country touring around with this dumb thing with me and my mother. And then we came back like the week before Christmas, and they fought that whole week. And then they were like, well, we're going to get rid of it. I don't know why. I didn't care that much.
It's
but
weird. I have no recollection of like when my mom just left at one point, and then it was like,
Yeah.
You know, like what you like? What's the deal? I don't remember.
It was never good. They
I don't
were
remember
never
my parents.
good.
Yeah, my parents ever being like, "Hey, we're getting divorced." Like I don't know.
That was just over one day, but it was.
Well, yeah,
how old were you when that happened?
Like 8 or 9. I don't. But it was never. You know, it's not like they. It was never. It made sense. Even as a child, it's like, yeah, you hate each other.
Yeah, we knew. I knew. It wasn't like a shock. It was
how old
just
were you?
like I was like 11, 12.
See, luckily my dad was just murdered.
But
when
then
he
they
was
lived
4.
together. They lived together while they got divorced because they were like too. My dad was too broke to move out, so then they just they would like live together while they were getting divorced, which was a nightmare because it was just like everybody hates everybody.
Yeah, I remember when my dad got murdered. The only thing I remember about it is my mom telling me.
What did she? How did she tell you?
She put on a clown mask.
Yeah, she said. What? But that's such a wild memory for a 4-year-old to hear. Like your dad was not dad's dad. Dad was murdered.
Yeah, like I didn't tell my son
murder.
that my dad was even murdered.
Yeah,
my son's 7. He's
They
gonna be
went to
7 at the end of the month.
Bennigan's.
Right, they went to Bennigan's.
And
She
she's
had
like,
a turkey O'Toole,
Yeah.
and she said, "Your father."
I've got big news. It was called that the Turkey O'Toole.
Dude, it is the most racist restaurant towards Irish people.
I've tried doing that. I tried doing that as a joke.
Yeah.
And then but I didn't. I don't remember anything on the Bennigan's menu. I don't remember anything on the
Turkey
Ruby
O'Toole.
Tuesdays menu.
There's like it's just that's the one. There's a few of them that sound really ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it was like a ridiculous like restaurant for like Irish stereotype. But none of the food was even Irish. You know.
Yeah. I mean, there's very little Irish food. It's like fucking.
No, there's no. I have a whole bit about it.
shepherd's
I have a whole
pie.
bit where I'm like, there's no Irish food.
Shepherd's pie, boxty.
That's it.
And then soda bread.
They're like, we're gonna take the boogers of a pig and
Yeah.
we're gonna put it inside of a crumpet.
Not even. It's not even
It's
that.
not even
like,
that.
you
It's
know,
just nothing. It's just food that gives you the energy to hate your wife.
Mashed potatoes and fucking roast beef, and that's it.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's just whatever you can drink a bottle of gin on. I was suspended from school in 7th grade, and the notice was, and I swear to God, it was for treating the lunch aides like, in quotes, subhumans. I was suspended for 2 days outside suspension.
Why? What did you do?
There was frozen yogurt in our school, and we only got one little cup of sprinkles. It was like the type of cups they give pills out in, and I was like, we should have more than one. You know, and then one woman started crying or whatever. She was Eastern European. She didn't know what to do. She barely spoke English. And I just went, shut up. I was just a fat little kid. I went, shut up. And she started crying. And then there was like a mentally woman named Ronnie, and they kept Ronnie on the door.
Ronnie McDonough.
Yeah, and you could just always get out of the door by going, Ronnie, there's a fire. and I just kept doing that. And she would, I don't know why they put her on the door. And I go, Ronnie, there's a fire. And I went out a few times. So this just added up to the, like, I'm just not treating them like human beings.
Right.
They're subhumans.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was
probably,
we had scary lunch ladies.
Were you weren't a bad kid. You were just sort of like, this
that sounds bad.
Yeah, I was not good.
That
sounds bad, though.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
It's not good. No, it's not good.
Tell a lunch lady to shut up because you can't have an extra.
I was very bad. I was very bad.
She started crying. He
No,
said, shut up.
it was very funny. Here's what people don't understand.
It's
It
hilarious.
was funny and bad.
But it wasn't. When I say bad, there were kids in my high school.
I didn't the school up.
Who were having
Correct.
like
yes.
knife fights and fist fights and
No, I did not
selling
stab a
drugs.
person.
What happened to the trench coat mafia came
Yes.
and went?
7th
And I
grade.
feel like that should come back.
It was only 2 dudes, right?
Well, that's the problem. Hold on,
it was just the Columbine.
Exactly. Well,
kids.
trench
Right.
coats
And then-
were already popular with goth kids, and then the
Sure.
Columbine shooting happened.
Right.
And all these goth kids
Andrew
were like,
Yang-
"I have a $400 trench coat."
Andrew Yang was TCM. You can find those old pictures.
No
there.
way.
Yeah,
And he wore a long trench
Yeah,
coat?
a long trench coat.
I knew I liked it.
My buddy
Yeah.
Forrest in high school was TCM.
Yeah, Forrest. That name Forrest.
Yeah, and it was just he wasn't even goth. He was like half goth,
And
half
it was
Matrix.
just that they would wear trench coats.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
man, I forgot about the Matrix guys.
Yeah.
Those are the best. After the Matrix came out, they're going around. It's like, we all saw that movie. We know you're not in the Matrix.
They're wearing like fucking just
This
fucking
is
Oakleys and fucking long
Yeah,
trench
right.
coats.
Those guys never spoke either. They would just like hang out and like smoke cloves.
They play handball, but that's it.
Yeah, they would never. They like. 'cause
It was
they
always
thought-
Filipino kids.
They always thought everyone was like thinking that they were incredibly cool.
Right.
When really it's like, please just go away.
Yeah,
I
please,
forgot about
please
the Matrix.
get out of
kids.
my line of sight.
That was the fucking
Dude,
click. Was the Matrix kids for 2 years? Ah, shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's also embarrassing because you can't show anyone that later in life. You know, you can't admit to being that.
Yeah,
You can't show a photo and be like, "Oh, that was that. What was I like in high school?"
Yeah, and it's also too because there was a threshold where it went from just being like a regular industrial guy to being a Matrix guy, and you'd see people that were like fucking like, it was like almost redlining with it.
Yeah.
You know, like crossing over. It's like maybe they put the sunglasses. Once you put the sunglasses,
It's
on,
over.
Yeah.
You're done.
It's over.
Yeah.
You're fucking.
Well, then you've gone from being goth to being you think you're cool. Like goth kids have embraced
you
the
think
fact
you're
that they're
the guy
losers.
from a movie.
You think
I
you're
mean,
in a
that's the
film?
thing.
It's even worse.
It's fine.
It's not
to
a film,
be-
dude. I remember my mom sitting me down on my grandma's bed, and there was blue comforter on the bed, and her just telling me that my dad was dead and that he was stabbed by a bad man. She told me the story like it was all bullshit. By the way, he wasn't robbed. He was outside of a strip club at 5 o'clock in the morning, like fighting with.
So
dudes.
this was your Santa Claus? Is the idea that your father was murdered for a good reason? Like,
right.
He was the hero.
That was the belief system.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like
Your
somebody else put on his jacket, the guy that killed him, and had to go and
your
sell heroin
if
at a
they're
strip
already
club.
lying to you, they might as well be like, "Listen, we've got bad news. Your father was getting like some presents ready for you, and he heard a noise on the roof, and he went out and he accidentally killed Santa Claus.
So now he has to go be Santa.
Your dad has to be Santa Claus.
So
he's
we're
gone.
sorry.
He's gone.
Yeah.
But he's Santa.
He's bringing joy to all the kids in the world.
Santa Claus.
And then I just tell everyone in school that.
Mm-hmm.
And they all are like, Louis, shut up. Your dad's not Santa.
Yeah,
Santa
right.
doesn't exist.
Dude, your dad was stabbed outside of a strip club. Louis like, my father's Santa
It's in the
Claus.
He
newspaper.
became Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Just Lewis and his Matrix out there.
Lewis and some kid are fighting, and the principal's like, "What's going on here?" And the kid's like, "He said his dad's Santa, but we all know he was a dirty fucking Mexican who was killed outside of a strip club." Lewis like, "I'm not even Mexican."
The Matrix,
That's the real Christmas
The Matrix
story.
guy is the only one that believes Lewis.
Yeah.
He's like, my dad logged off. My dad's with Morpheus now in Zion.
And him and Lewis that's his only friend.
My
for the
dad's
rest of
actually
school.
the one.
Shit.
He had to
No,
go-
I didn't tell my son that my dad was stabbed. I told my son that my dad was killed by a drunk driver. So, like, sort of like mentally, he knows that there was a bad guy who did something wrong and that he was killed. But just the fucking to tell even a 6-year-old or 7-year-old that.
And what's the lie you're telling your son about what you do for work?
No, he knows what I do. Dude, he wrote a book. It's so fucking cute.
He wrote a book.
He wrote a book.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
it's
wrote a
published.
It's Ralph Sutton's favorite book.
Sins
No,
of my father.
Yeah. Ralph Sutton's like, it's actually good. It's good. Ralph's like, it's fine.
Yeah, I finally learned how to read.
Ralph's like, it's a short book. I like it. It's 6 pages. It's got pictures. This is good.
Yeah, I mean, does audiobook count?
I mean, it's great. If
Pull
more
up-
people wrote books like this, I would read more books.
Pull up my Instagram because I put a picture up of it's like one of I guess this is like they first did like a chart for the book. This is one of the things that he did, but he drew his family and pictures and wrote a whole story about what we do for a living, and yeah.
I would love to read this book. 'Cause
Well, he
I'm
had a-
sure
he
it's
had a
not
hard-
at all what you do.
he had
I'm
a
sure
hard
it's not
time-
even close to what it is.
He had a hard time spelling supremacist, but
Yeah.
he tried. Right there.
Oh, yeah, I saw this post.
My dad likes to eat Chinese food.
The
My
problem
mom
here
likes
is-
to hang out with me.
Lewis doesn't know the difference between a drawing and a book.
Right. I like to wrestle, spelled R-E-S-L-E.
Well, I
My
wrote that
dog
one.
loves to play. We love to go on trips. Okay, this has nothing to do with your
It
career.
has nothing to do with your career. Also, I love that the picture is James, his mom, and the dog, and then Lewis somewhere in the background.
Yeah. No, it's not. He's fucking. I'm right in the middle.
No, you're all the way in the back, isn't it? Me,
Yeah, Lewis
James.
is in the back.
Lewis is in the back.
And then there's Sport Dog.
Sport dog.
Is Sport the name of the dog?
Yeah. Yeah. So cute. But no, he wrote a whole book, and that was one of the themes in the book.
The themes, the motif.
That was a chapter.
Yeah.
I want to read the description of what he says.
Says I'm a comedian. He knows what I do.
Say, my father was quick to embrace alternative media.
Yeah.
He understands that people that used to listen to Opie and Anthony need other outlets to express their creative racism. While I don't always agree with the things my father says, I support his right to have Milo Yiannopoulos on the show.
What is the truth if we can't have a conversation?
You really should go to career day at your kid's school.
I did. I did go.
Did you?
Yeah, I killed, dude. I fucking murdered. Kids loved me, dude. I was very funny with them. I didn't get into the fucking nuance that that
The
I'm a,
nuance.
the
The
po- a
nuance.
podcaster.
This is like I didn't describe what a career
Yeah.
was or what mine
Our
was.
hijabs held on with cum.
Yeah.
Smash cut to the nuance.
I just want to let you kids know, whatever you say.
We
you
should be
gotta-
allowed to touch black people's hair if we have gloves on. I paid a lot of money for those gloves. That's the nicest thing those blacks will ever touch. They should be grateful that I'm touching their hair with my $300 gloves. Look, dude, we didn't have gloves growing up.
We just had combs.
Yeah.
That's all we had was combs.
Listen to the
Every
nuance.
gift I got was a comb.
Let me get one more coffee, Brian, please. It's fucking hilarious.
I love that
I
there's
go to
no
Macy's.
selection process for career day at all. They're like, yeah, just come on in.
Well, his mom had to fucking come in and say she was a bartender.
Right.
Like, we just look like the garbage family.
Yeah. I get people
We look
drunk.
like- we just sell in this
Yeah.
room.
I get
This is
people
our
drunk.
friends.
Yeah.